the Sex Offender Administration. Maryland will create a commission to study potential reparations for slavery after lawmakers voted Tuesday to override a veto by Governor Wes Moore, the nation's only black governor. I am looking forward to finally getting my 40 acres and a mule. I appreciate having a white woman, but she's no mule. Although I do ride that ass. Hee-haw! Hee-haw! House Speaker Mike Johnson says he won't call a vote to extend enhanced subsidies under the Affordable Care Act, effectively guaranteeing they will expire at the end of this month. That means higher insurance premiums will go into effect for millions of Americans who get coverage through Obamacare next year. Don't worry, Congress will still get their free A1 health insurance. You looked worried. The Food and Drug Administration approved on Friday a label change for Pfizer's birth control shot Depo-Provera that warns patients of the risk of meningioma, a tumor in the lining of the brain. Pfizer is currently battling a lawsuit in which more than 1,000 women claim the company knew about the risk and failed to warn patients. A spokesperson for Pfizer said, "What's the chance of a brain tumor compared to the injuries caused by coat hangers and being pushed down the stairs?" Donald Trump said Tuesday he'll deliver a live national address on Wednesday at 9 p.m. from the White House. Quote, "It has been a great year for our country, and the best is yet to come." Close quote. Trump posted on his social media platform. Quote, "I look forward to seeing you then." Close quote. Trump looks forward to seeing us. If he doesn't know how TV works, why would we expect him to know how the economy works? This has been the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for December 17th, 2025, the 331st day of the Sex Offender Administration. Join me live at the Church of Last Resort Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Minddog TV.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of fact. Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Yeah, please. I can't find my background. Everything's all screwed up. I know, I'm depressed. I am so sad. Almost as if,
damn good coffee and hot.
I'll push this.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
And then I'll push this. Man, he's wearing, look, I'm wearing my Robert Taylor shirt. Thank you.
My dog is your mind's best friend.
And this one.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with the Dog. You make me laugh.
Damn good coffee. And hot. The end of the world as we know it. You don't think so. I'm right. You're wrong. You know, I would say good morning, but it's not a good morning. It's a terrible morning. It's an awful morning. But good morning, folks. It is Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. And there's no music on the news, and that was really depressing to me. It's almost like I can't have my news without music. I can't have my headlines and punchlines without punchlines and headlines and bass lines and melody lines or something. Anyway, if you don't know, as you know, if you don't listen to the news, Donald Trump is going to be having a little home rally in his little Oval Office surrounded by gold today. And they say, Carolyn Levitt says, he's just going to talk about his great accomplishments of the first year, which basically you could sum that up in about a second. He learned to tie his shoes. There you go. Other than that, he's probably going to announce that fuck Congress, fuck the Constitution, I'm declaring war on Venezuela. And Congress is just going to say, yeah, Dad, because they're fucking asleep at the wheel. This is where we are. I was having a little conversation with Grok, asking them to explain the sanctions on Venezuela and how they got put in place. Essentially, for acting like Trump, doing stuff like trying to rig elections and trying to subvert the will of the people, things like that, stealing money, taking money from government programs, putting them in his pocket. That's what he's accusing Maduro of doing, and that's why there are sanctions. But this is not just about Venezuela. It's about like countries like China and North Korea and places that do business with Venezuela, and all of them are on the naughty list, according to Grok, because I asked Grok to explain it to me like I'm 5, and Grok took it literally. If you do poo-poo in your diaper, listen, 5 years old, if you're still doing poo-poo in your diaper, Grok, come on. Anyway. So yeah, world's going to hell, and where's the comedy here? Where's the fun? Where's the good morning, folks? Oh, by the way, world's coming to an end. See ya. That's the show for you. Just in time for me to pop my cherry as an artist. The painting. Can I get a round of applause? Do we have an applause? No, it's too late with it. I'm too fucking slow with the applause. I can't even find the applause. What happened to the? Oh, here it is. The painting has been delivered to John Beavers. Yes, my first commission ever. UPS took 7 years, 6 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, and 16 hours and 37 seconds to deliver a painting from New York to Michigan. But it's finally arrived. And now I'm officially a commissioned artist. How about that? All right. Come on. Give me my proud. Nothing. No attaboys. I can't get an attaboy. I lied to you folks yesterday. Well, I didn't lie. I just made a mistake, and I thought I was telling the truth. Turns out I was not telling the truth. I said that we would have 2 guests this morning. MD Selig is not scheduled for this program. He's scheduled for the evening program tonight. 8. See, Wednesdays always fuck me up, and this is why I send out wrong, because the nighttime program, I should just do away with that, or I should just do it I should have like a late night version of this, compete with the late night talk. That's what I'll do. Yeah, like I don't have enough trouble drawing flies. Anyway, so MD Selig will be my guest tonight. He's not going to be here today. At 10:15, we have Julie Rowe, who is a medical lab technician. I think she's, I think somewhere I read she's a psychic, but she's paranormal romance. And Kev, our friend in New Zealand, started off even before we started today. Said the Entity movie, does that equal paranormal romance? I have no idea. I don't know what the Entity movie is, but just Kev's presence here makes me think I got to get Michael Hilliard on. Michael Hilliard was a regular on the program, delivering world news. He's a Redline podcast guy. He's a news guy, hardcore journalist, like hardcore journalist. When I say hardcore, I mean he gags and comes in the throat. No, that's not what I mean by hardcore. That's hardcore porn. I mean hardcore news. He gags people and comes in there. No. Anyway, I'm interested in the perspective of people just looking at America from the outside looking in and saying, oh my God, what a clusterfuck. This is like fucking watching Hillbilly Heaven over here. It must be like watching Duck, what is the Duck Decoy? What was that show? The reality show with the duck guy, Daffy Duck or something. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying, and you don't know what I'm saying, and that makes us equal in some regard. So I'm going to play a commercial, and then G.D. Fenderson will come in and tell me, "Oh, don't worry about it. No, what's a little World War? Oh, no World War. You're just going to firecrackers at boats, oil. Yeah. No, the Constitution." That's what he's going to say. So anyway, I'm going to take some Mind Bloom and prepare myself.
Mind Bloom is helping people achieve life-changing clinical and personal breakthroughs, alchemizing both the psychedelic medication, psychiatric care from psychiatric clinicians, coaches we call psychedelic guides, and a lot of content and meditations and programs into this really transformational experience that, because it's delivered at home, costs a lot less and is a lot more convenient for people to receive.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the studio with me now is a man who always talks to me like I'm 5 years old, Mr. Grok D. Fenderson. Good morning, Grok D.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. Living hell. Trump is invading our cities. Bombs, drones will bring, missiles sting. Soon it will be the end days. Go to MindDogTV/merch and make more investments, for the kids. Support your local missionaries and enjoy the suffering.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That was Edelweiss, or to the tune of Edelweiss, which is actually German for egg whites, which is a silly thing to write a song about. It's from a movie called The Sound of Music. And coincidentally enough, the other day I took a nap and woke up singing Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, which is not from... That's from Mary Poppins, right? But it's still the same actress, Julie Andrews or something.
Right.
So you and I are going to a drag queen party as Julie Andrews. Who makes the better Julie Andrews, you or me?
Did you see the movie Victor Victoria?
I didn't watch it, but I know the movie you're talking about. That's like a drag queen thing, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it. Okay, I like Julie Andrews, but also here's the funny thing: I like Julie Andrews, but she also scares me. She scares me on a level that shouldn't. When I look into her eyes and her face, her mouth, she scares me. Almost looks to me. It looks like Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins was a very mean woman. Okay, that's scary, and that never to me that never. She never became unscary for Mary Poppins for me.
Mary Poppins is a mean woman, so maybe she should be put in a timeout, right?
To me, Mary Poppins scared me, and so that she never unscared me. Now, like for example, what's her name? Elizabeth Montgomery. I adored Elizabeth Montgomery. Of course, I was a Barbara Eden guy.
Stop saying that to me, because I'm going to take my dick out and play with it.
I adored
every time you say Elizabeth Montgomery.
Well, I adored Elizabeth Montgomery, but then she played Lizzie Borden.
Oh, but she showed her tits almost in that movie, because she was in the window and she did the thing and the thing fell down and you almost saw the nipples.
Well, the point is, because of that movie,
you didn't see the point.
Because I saw that she had that in her, that scared me about her. See, those are the movies that scare me. When I can see what's a little
parental murder? What do they call it? Parenticide? What is it for? If she's hot, she's hot. Who cares? She murdered her parents. Wax, Jack.
Oh, so who cares if Casey Anthony murdered her baby? She's hot. I mean, I don't think she's that hot, but there are people who do. But okay.
So you're saying we should, if I hear you correctly, you were saying we should put sanctions on oil for Elizabeth Montgomery and Julie Andrews. That's what you're saying.
I would not say oil, because I don't know what their body fluids consist of. And at the age that they would be right now, I don't know that they have any body fluids left.
You know what turned me off to Elizabeth Montgomery? Because I was hot for her since I think I've mentioned it since 7 years old. I think I woke up. I stayed home from school one day and there would be Bewitched on. And I was like, boing, boing, boing. And but then when she died, she died of ass cancer, and that kind of just now you're not hot to me anymore. You got ass cancer. You might as well be me, right? So you think moving on? You think Trump's gonna just like do his typical rally thing? Oh, we had the greatest energy prices away. The energy prices are way the fuck up. By the way, I've gotten rid of inflation. Whatever he's gonna. You think that's what it's gonna be? It's not. I'm declaring war. Fuck Congress. Fuck the Constitution. That's what I think he's gonna say. You think he's just gonna go out there and I got the best test on any cognitive best score on any cognitive blah blah blah. That's what you think?
Okay, first of all, it's Donald Trump. You know he's going to be all over the fucking place. So the answer is yes and yes. Okay, he's going to talk about everything or anything, and most of it's going to be bullshit. Okay.
Quiet, Piggy. Oh, nobody's going to be there to say that too. Okay. All right.
He may even say something like nobody cares about the Epstein files. Nobody cares.
Oh.
Stuff like that. Well, first of all, I want to apologize. When I edited the news, I sent the wrong one. I didn't realize because the unfinished file without the music is called Coffee News.
Yeah, I saw that. And I was confused.
Yeah, and when it's finished, it's headlines and punchlines. And that's how I'm supposed to know the difference. Because the other stuff, like the date and stuff like that, the date, there's audio files, video files, raw file, and they all have the same date. And so the front two words are supposed to tell me what it is I'm looking for to upload. And I didn't catch it. I was really out of it last night. I missed a Zoom call I missed my comedy workshop, humor workshop class. I didn't realize I missed it.
So you basically you were like I am all the time last night. You were just
I didn't realize yesterday was Tuesday until this morning when I realized today was Wednesday.
I'm having a tough time with this week understanding that. How did we get to Wednesday already? My wife asked me what goes out today, because today's the recycling day, and sometimes they do cardboard, and sometimes they do plastic, and sometimes they do glass. I was like, it's Wednesday? How did it get to be Wednesday?
Well, I think part of my issue is that I told you that my snow thrower didn't start, and I wasn't, and I'm the kind of guy that if I start doing something, I will forget about all else, and so I didn't want to start trying to fix my snow thrower because if I ran out of time, I would be shoveling my driveway, my 300-foot driveway, by hand in the dark. And so I didn't try to fix the snow thrower. I went out as soon as the show was over. I went out and I started shoveling my driveway. Just shoveling. It's like about 200 or 300 feet. I think I walked it out to 290 feet.
Won't it melt today?
My wife has to get out to go to work this morning.
Oh, that's
so
right.
So the answer is no. And she has a Prius. She has the clearance.
Wait, I don't think your wife having to get out has anything to do with the melting of the snow. Not in time, maybe, but just because your wife has to go to work does not mean the snow won't melt. It just means
it won't melt in time. Right.
It
won't. Yeah. So I had to make sure that she got out. And so I shoveled the 290 feet. See,
what a good husband. He has to make sure she can get out. Me? Oh, that's rough.
Well, the other option is she drives my car. That ain't happening.
Okay. What do you mean?
It's not happening. No, she's never driven
now,
my
I
car.
thought I was a good husband for saying, take my car.
No, my wife
I thought you were a good husband for saying, I'll shovel for you and so you can get out. And
my wife
I'm
has
bad
never
husband
driven my car. She's never driven my car. So I don't want the first time she drives is through a bunch of snow. Because my car handles differently than hers. She's had a Prius since 2012 or 2013.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I want permission to treat the witness as hostile.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna speculate for the jury, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. This man has incriminating evidence in his car that he does not want his wife to find. And that's basically all. You're not taking my that. Listen, from a guy who was known for just having incriminating evidence.
And this is where your whole theory sucks white eggs. Okay, sucks egg whites. Your whole theory is there's nothing incriminating in my car. See, I am a 21st century. I'm a 22nd century man. All of my incriminating evidence is in my phone. Okay, I don't keep it in my car.
And the gym bag that he keeps in a locker at the YMCA. Why did I say YMCA?
No, my gym bag is in my phone. There's
what is it
nothing
with the gym
incriminating
bag
in my
stuff
car.
with all these?
See,
I
don't know about you, Matt. I am used to being pulled over by police for no fucking reason.
Oh, well,
and so
ICE.
And as a result, I don't have anything incriminating in my car. The closest thing they'll find is I have a very, very, very sharp knife that's in my car. And that's because sometimes I find myself at an ATM in the middle of the night robbing other people. And so I need that knife. So,
getting clapped. This is a Kev 40 heavy Kev 42 getting clapped in quotes. Did somebody say getting clapped? Did you say it or something? In New Zealand means being badly defeated or killed. It also can mean being fucked or highly stoned or simply fucked. That's a lot to put on one little phrase there, getting clapped. It could mean anything. Could mean like driving a rocket ship to whatever. He does. What happened? Slaptail saying he does not want to adjust anything in his car because don't turn my Sirius XM off of whatever I listen to there or in his car, because not only will he panic when he gets in his car, but he will panic the entire time she has his car, just because he will assume she's adjusted some setting, even if she doesn't. Well, what setting other than the radio? The heat? What setting?
There's the seats, there's the mirrors, there's
that's fucked up.
See? No, but that's not it. Again, that's not it. That's not the problem. The problem is my wife has never driven my car. And so driving my car,
don't you have insurance?
Yeah, I do have insurance. The insurance is she's not driving my car.
All right.
So
the mirror thing.
She's had her car since 2013. She's driven it through snow and sleet and hail and ice, and so she knows how it behaves. Even if she doesn't know, she knows. Subconsciously, she knows how to work that car. My car is not that. It's not like that. So for me to let her use my car to get out of our driveway when there's snow drifts that's going to pull the car one way or the other, and she's not going to know how to respond with my car, we could wind up down in the neighbor's yard, demolishing their well, the whole bit. I'm not taking that chance.
Yeah. Well, I welcome my wife taking my car because it means I'm not allowed to leave the house, which is a good thing because I don't want to leave the house. I want an excuse to not have to leave the house. So, my wife's got my car. Well, why did you drive her car? Because I get it too big, too small, I don't like it. Take my car. I'm stranded here. I can't.
I don't want to put my wife in a situation where the first time she uses my car is in the snow.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to take a recess. I think.
You take your recess because you're going to need it, because your whole case just fell apart.
No. Yeah. I just want to find out where the incriminating evidence truly is stashed. Like he's got some.
I told you,
place.
It's in my phone.
No, not just the phone. It's somewhere in the car, but he probably has one of those things underneath.
The only thing
like in my car, this is for the jury, not for you. In my car, in the middle console, there's the stash place in the middle console, but there's a plastic thing. You take that plastic thing out, and there's stuff underneath that plastic holder where you could actually put your weed, and the cops will never find it. That's just what I'm saying.
But see, that's not evidence. That's not evidence. You can't sit there and just say that. That's not evidence. So, Your Honor, I object. That is just
evidence that I stashed my weed in the
That
console.
is not stuff that has been entered into the court as for evidence. So no, disregard the jury has been instructed to disregard all of that claptrap.
All right. Tom Green has disappointed me. You don't even give a fuck about Tom Green, and nobody does, but he's disappointed me. Because Listen, it's one thing. And I'm going to the Rob Reiner stuff. It's one thing when Rob Reiner dies and people, oh look, I met him once. Hey, Rob Reiner got murdered, but I met him once, so I'm somebody, right? Tom Green posted this. He took that to the extreme. He's posting a thing of him with Carl Reiner. I did an interview with Carl Reiner once, and so I'm somebody, right? Because Rob Reiner got murdered, but I did an interview with his father once 20 years ago. So doesn't that make me somebody? Come on, just because somebody's in the news, tragedy. You don't have to go. Oh, look, I'm somebody. I wiped his ass one time. Whatever. I taught. Whatever. It's just stop attaching yourself to celebrities every time something happens. Like you're somebody anyway. You're somebody, even if nobody is a celebrity that you know, or so you never met. Blah blah blah. Right.
I do want to. Well, good morning, Mr. White. Welcome. Morning, Mr. Tail. Welcome. Heavy Kev had said something about the movie
Clapping.
Entity.
Oh yeah,
The movie Entity, and I think he says, does that equal paranormal romance? And no. And the reason I said is because the movie Entity involved rape. Okay, that's not romance.
Oh, my ass hurts now because I don't know if you noticed, but I got ass raped in prison.
I saw that movie. I used to have a huge crush on Barbara Hershey, probably from something that she did before that movie. But and they had really good effects on that movie for 1976 or something. Really good. I don't remember when the movie was, but they had really good effects because you could see the way the incubus's fingers were pressed on her thighs, and you can see the shape in her thighs, you know, when it would grab her. But it was rape. There was no romance.
That's rape is not romance. Right. Maybe we should do an AI song today. Rape is not romance. No, wouldn't go over well. Speaking of romance, paranormal, because I used to have quite a few authors on who were paranormal romance. It's basically like the chick who falls in love with the vampire or a chick who falls in love with the ghost. It's Gordon Lightfoot. What is that song? And I'm something about the ghost that you can't see. Whatever. If you could read my mind, you know.
Good morning, California.
She falls in love with a ghost. You can't. What can you do with a ghost? I mean, if it was a hot chick ghost, so what? You can't, that's not. This is why guys don't get into paranormal romance, because it's a hot chick ghost. So what? You can't fuck it. You go right through it. I don't feel.
Okay,
nothing.
First of all, you look at what guys will stick their dick in. Look, they don't need. They don't need anything. That's how phone sex works. You know, they're very visual. They see a hot ghost and they're jizzing in their sock. Okay, so no, that would work very well for guys. I can't see why it would work for women, where a woman would see a ghost and go like, "Ooh, I gotta have that," because it's like, first of all, the ghost doesn't listen, you know, or maybe that's all the ghost can do is listen. I don't know.
Just phone sex now, because the slot on my phone is pretty small. I don't know how you would have sex. It's really small. It's like a lightning plug cable. I don't know how you would have sex with your phone. I guess at any point in the storm, right?
I have a bone to pick with myself.
Do you have to do it on camera?
Not really. The other day we had that guy who had his vampire books.
You got a good memory, because
I can't remember his name, but
it could be.
There's two things. Right. He spent a lot of his time like this, with the arms crossed. Like, I'm defending this, because I asked him.
Yeah, he did.
I asked him a question, because first of all, I asked him a question about his books and do they adhere to vampire canon. He goes, there is no vampire canon. Okay, and if that's not true. Okay, the sheer fact that people say, ask anybody how you kill a vampire, what do they say? A stake to the heart, right?
I guess, yeah, or silver
bullet. Everybody, that's canon. That's what canon is. Everybody knows that. Ask people about a vampire in Garlic. That's canon, right? That's everybody knows that. Now, Bram Stoker wrote the book on vampires. Well, he was the one that introduced us to the concept of vampires. So he laid down the ground rules there.
Huh. You're right. But that guy definitely seemed like
he was extremely overly defensive, and that's why I didn't want to push it, because I didn't feel like arguing with him.
I'm here to be interviewed. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
But he did leave us.
I can see how defensive he was, so I didn't want to push it.
With the reviews, I can't find the reviews. He did leave us a great review on Podmatch. But some people, he's like one of those audiences that doesn't laugh and then tells you how great your comedy show was. I don't know. He left us a great review, but he definitely seemed cold and like.
Yeah, so let's say it was this. It was this thing. He was
closed up.
Right, because he created this world, and he knows if you challenge the world that he created for his vampires, like I say, he didn't research it, so to speak. And I'm not. It's his world. They're his books. I'm not telling him how to write them. I'm just saying, when I asked him about vampire canon, for him to say,
you asked him a question. Why nobody should get defensive about a question? Oh, Epstein. I met him once. Whatever. Maybe somebody should get defensive about a question if you kind of think about it. But no, we weren't asking him about Epstein. We were asking him about his book.
Actually, I did, because I think Epstein is in his book.
Yeah. Did Epstein ever fuck one of your vampires? I don't remember you saying that.
And may have. And now here's the real question: if you have a vampire, if you have a woman, you have a person that was turned at age 13, she's a minor. But if she's 900 years old when you fuck her because she's a vampire, is that pedophilia? Because
we love the minors. Oh, he was talking about West Virginia coal miners. We love the miners. I'm sorry. So I lied to everybody about this MD Selig thing. He's on tonight, and I still don't know. He's a filmmaker, an author, an F-18 pilot. He's everything. He's the everyman. Good for him. You know what I am? I am a guy who sits in a chair in the morning, drinks coffee, and can't figure out what's going on. That's who I am. That's what I am. But I am also an artist, so come on. I'm an artist.
No, I'm laughing at something that Heavy wrote. Now, I did put the news. I did put the correct news version in the assets with the music. If you want to redo it at 10 o'clock.
At 11. Let's do it at 11 or 10 or whatever the fuck. 10, right?
With the music. If you have to have it with the music. But I am surprised that unedited version sounded as well as it did. Because that's the version before. That's when I first recorded, and then I edited to get the gaps and stuff out or fix any bad, fix things. So that's the raw.
I gotta admit, I was a little depressed because headlines and punchlines should have bass lines and melody lines with it.
Yeah, it should have
and
all
a few
lines.
Cocaine lines.
And I didn't even realize until I heard the talking. I was like, "There's no music. What happened? Did the music get muted?" It's like, no, fuck! I uploaded the wrong file.
Yeah. I saw it said because I don't know if you know this. Of course, you don't know this.
You read
on Long Island.
Wait,
you are an artist that excels at cryptoids. I don't know about that. I mean, Well, I wonder if there's any real people out there besides John Beavers who would want a Bigfoot painting or a crypt. What else? I could do a chupacabra.
Well, here's I think there are people who probably would like it, but they probably have their own idea of what. See, a lot of times cryptics don't have a set way of looking, so that's what So you might if you took that painting, let's say you mass produced that painting from the one you did for John, like, I love this painting. This is what I had in mind. And someone else might go, no, that's not how Mothman looks. His eyes aren't that big. They're not that close together, or the Bigfoot doesn't sit like that. Bigfoot sits like this. Okay. They call him the thinker of the woods.
whatever. So
Yeah.
it's
I got a little bit of that last night. Somebody said that wrote to me and said Mothman is not covered in fur, like fuzzy. I'm thinking moth. Mothman looks like a man with like moth wings, but other than that, he doesn't look like what I depicted. I just went by the web. I was like, what Mothman look like? And there were lots of different pictures, and I just kind of tried to I don't know, figure it. But I also had people tell me, because somebody asked me, what, why did you do this pic? I said, this is what he asked for. He asked for Bigfoot, Mothman, and Braxy, whatever. And he said, well, why didn't you do them big? Bigfoot should be big. You don't need the woods. You don't need the fire. You don't need any of it. Just a Bigfoot and right there, and you fit like big. Like you should take up most of the canvas. I was like, well, that wasn't specified, and I don't know. So yeah, people.
And that could be a young Bigfoot. That doesn't have to be an adult Bigfoot. That could be Bigfoot's son, who's like People Bessenfoot.
Yeah, and to me, I was just thinking like they were hanging out, like who are we gonna scare tonight? Like in my mind, I'm thinking silly. Like okay, the power of three. They're just gonna hang out and plot. Like who we get. One of us needs to be seen tonight. So somebody's got to have. Who's going out to be seen? Having a meeting. It's a union of cryptoids. The American cryptoid local, West Virginia local, I guess, or something.
I think now. See, here's the thing. Now, if I had done that painting, in the fire would have been the clothing that belongs to hunters and cameras and stuff like that. Especially, in other words, evidence. Whenever people if somebody has a camera, that's all in the fire. The cameras, the movie cameras, the clothing from
not
the
all
hunters.
of it. Just a little suggestion of it. Not like his entire, his clothes, his boots, his camera, whatever. But yeah, you're right. Definitely some of that.
Yes, because that's
now
what we
you
don't
tell
have.
me.
Now, see. I'm wondering if Slaptail is sitting like this while he's typing. Shut the fuck up. Everyone needs to shut the fuck up. It's perfect.
Maybe Alan is telling me I have a check for $64,000. Now, isn't it? I got a $64,000 question. Why would you send me a check for $64,000?
Who's Alan?
This is getting insane. Like somebody put the word. This guy is he's susceptible to any scam. You should fucking send him. Tell him you send him a check. My name is on the list of scammables, completely scammables. So yeah. I'm really glad. I'm really in all seriousness, people reacting to it, saying nice things about it, because I'm a guy who is used to really negative criticism, like, oh, it sucks. You could have, you call that a painting? What did you buy your brushes at the kiddie store, or what did you use? So I was expecting at least. I didn't get any negative. You suck. I got some things on how it could have been better or whatever people thought it should be, but I didn't get any negative stuff. And that to me, probably the first time in my life I've never done anything without getting beat up for it by somebody. So I feel like I'm very grateful
nobody till somebody beats you up for something.
Yeah, I am a little. I got to try shipping some more paintings. I have some to ship this week. They're being sealed now, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try USPS, or DHL or something. I just want to get a.
Look, right now everything is a little bit backed up. Everything right now is a little bit crazy.
Yeah,
now.
This is a bad time to ship. You're right.
Yeah, absolutely. I sent out some packages. What's today? Wednesday. I sent them out last week, probably Thursday. Yeah, on the 4th. And they're just getting them yesterday, the 5th. And this is all local stuff. This is just regular mail packages. And they're being sent, within, I could have driven them there. The closest one, the furthest one is like a 90-minute drive from my house. And it took 5 days for each of them.
Heavy Kev says the guitarist in his band. I thought he was the guitarist in his band. Now maybe I guess it's the bass player. I thought he was the guitar player in his band. I believes that Bigfoot passionately, multi-dimensional beings or BS. I'm surprised that there's Bigfoot in New Zealand, unless his guitar player
he's not saying that they're in New Zealand. He says that the person believes in them.
Right. But a lot of people believe, and there's different, like all over the world. There's the Yeti, there's the skunk ape, there's all different versions of them. Sasquatch, whatever. But I think there's. I hate this. I don't think the multi-dimensional shit is because Ron Moreland was like, Bigfoot is not a missing link to our past. He's a missing link to our future. No, we're not going to become stinky fucking apes but Ron Moreland is like,
well, when he says our future, I don't think he's saying that we're becoming Bigfoot. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's saying like our future, like in the future, that could be a Bigfoot.
Well, according to Ron, now Ron is a weird dude. Really.
Which Ron? You talking about Kane?
Ron Moreland, the guy who wrote.
Okay, when you said Ron is a weird dude, I'm like,
Kane? I know. There's a lot of Rons, but
and a lot of weird
when I interviewed Ron, he was very deadpan serious, talking about how Bigfoot can go through parallel universes and just he's quantum. He's a quantum being, and he understands the nature of the universe much better than we do, which is why all the pictures are blurry, because people get pictures of him while he's going between parallel universes and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Or maybe he's just blurry. That's just the way he looks. Maybe the images are very sharp.
Now you're being Mitch Hedberg. Now you're being Mitch Hedberg.
What?
That's a Mitch Hedberg bit. Bigfoot is just a blurry. It's like all these photographs are exactly what he looks like. We just have a blurry ape running around, and this should scare the shit out of people.
Then I apologize. I was not aware, and I take that.
He's dead. You could steal his shit.
I don't steal.
I used his shit the other day in Puspatuk when I was buying, the weed and this.
Now there's a joke that Joan Rivers told on Johnny Carson show that I think is so funny, and they just started showing it on TikTok, and it's about sex and romance in her marriage, and I just know that somebody's going to have to try to rework that. But she was saying that there's no romance, there's no romance in my marriage at all. So the last time we even tried to have something that looks like sex, my husband was doing push-ups, and I just tried to slip in there, So, and I just got this, huh?
That looks like sex. He said last time we tried to have something that looks.
Well,
like
I'm paraphrasing.
Sex.
I'm paraphrasing because I didn't really listen to it, but yeah.
I don't know what looks like sex. I don't know. Wrestling looks like sex.
Yeah.
Fighting could look like sex, I guess.
I don't know what she actually said, but I'm just paraphrasing. But and I thought to myself, that's actually very good, and I can see people, especially young comedians who don't have a voice of their own, seeing that and going, "Oh, I've got to somehow work that into my routine." I've got to have a version of that joke.
Oh no. Yeah, so I used a Mitch Hedberg joke at Puspatuk the other day because the guy asked me if I wanted a receipt, and I did, because Mitch Hedberg has this thing about buying a donut. There is no time I'm ever going to need a receipt to prove that I bought a donut. I give you the money, you give me the donut. End of transaction. No need to bring pen and paper into this. But yeah, so with the weed, like, I don't. Why would I need a fucking receipt for my weed? Like, I'm not bringing it back. Oh, this weed is defective. How do you know? Because it makes me feel funny. Speaking of feel funny, are you sick? Did you get a fever yet? I don't know what I read. You know me. I read things and I'm like,
it's my sinuses were so backed up that it was giving me pressure, headache, and it was something I felt like a fever, but there's no infection. I don't have an infection.
You give me fever from my sinuses, fever when I scratch my eyes.
Yeah, right. and it's I was just. Do you ever get the feeling where you're like slightly ague, and you want somebody to just feel your head? You go like, feel my head. I'm telling you, I have a fever. Feel it. Come on, touch it. Feel my head. You know.
Yeah.
And so I said, I went in the kitchen. I told my wife, I said, I don't feel good. I said, I think I have a fever. Touch my head. And I went, whoa, your hands are cold. And I said, you really got to warm them up before you stick them down my pants like that. But she's,
You're not a thermometer, Ma. The mom is right in it, right? Thermometer. The touching the head. The mom thinks she's a thermometer.
Yeah, your mother's a heat indicator.
I'm just in it.
Your mother should heat-seeking mom.
There's only 3 spots left. Why
3
am
spots
I
of
getting
what?
this? I don't know. You've been. Have you wondered if you've ever wondered how to turn YouTube into a client-generating machine? Have you ever wondered about that? I never. Like, how do I turn YouTube into a client-generating machine? I put an ad on there for paint with Matt for that custom paints by Matt for the holidays. I did get 3 orders out of that, so there's that. It turned it into a client generating. I know. Look at me. I'm a professional. I don't need your fucking workshop, lady. How about that?
Now, I'm curious as to why. Well, actually, I take that back. Governor Moore, the Maryland legislature passed a bill for them to, I guess, to look into reparations for slavery. And Governor Moore vetoed the bill, and the legislature overrode the veto.
How much would make you feel better about this whole? Like, seriously, what's a dollar amount that would let you say, you know what, slavery was worth it?
I don't have an intelligent answer for that, because I think back then, I think the going rate for freedom, you know, when people, you know, they were given like 40 acres and a mule, at least the whites, when they expanded, you know, they were given 40 acres and a mule. I don't know what 40 acres and a mule was worth back then and how it would translate to today. And where would they get the money from? See, in my world, there are industries that made lots of money off of slavery, you know, the robber barons and stuff like that. And the robber barons today are I think they should get the money from all those offshore accounts that all these CEOs and these big billion and trillion dollar companies, you know, have all this money offshore in hidden accounts. That's what I think the money where it should come from.
Yeah. No? You know what? I should ask Grok what the value of, what are we talking, like 1870? What the value of 40 acres and a mule were in 1870?
I guess 1865.
Well, I don't want to draw the line right there, because they probably weren't doing it then. It took a while.
No, that's okay. Yeah, find out. I guess you want to find out when were they doing 40? When were they giving 40 acres and a mule, and when did they stop doing it?
Well, you know what? I'm confused about this, because Johnny Cash talked about his father was a recipient of this is how his father got their farm, was a government program, 40 acres and a mule. He is not, I don't know, Johnny Cash is not so black.
Yeah, but I don't think it was black people that they were giving it to in the beginning. They were giving it to people who wanted to settle and spread out, you know.
Homesteaders, right?
Yeah. I think it was called the Homestead Act. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Boy, I could typing with one finger isn't what it used to be.
Take the other finger out your ass and, well, never mind, because then you have to. Do you have a wipe that you can clean that finger?
Yeah. Well, there's nothing worse than getting shit on your finger.
Nothing worse.
Really want nothing.
How about taking that finger and scratching your eye?
Oh. No, there was an old man. I'm not going to name this old man Ray.
Ray?
Who?
How about Ray?
I didn't say that. I don't know where you got Ray from.
I'm just saying. That's just the name I picked out of the ether.
Yeah.
So let's call him Ray.
Somehow, I mean, he had towards the end, he had problems, but somehow he would manage to get shit like on the wall, like 6 foot. He wasn't even 6 foot tall, but it would be like 6 foot high on the wall. How the fuck did you get shit on the wall 6 foot high? I don't know. It's like,
was it a smudge or a splat?
No, it was a smudge with a little. It was like it was if you were a painter, you were trying to get a textured kind of bumpiness to it, like a texture. 40 acres and a mule refers to a short-lived U.S. governmental policy during the Civil War era that promised land redistribution to formerly enslaved African Americans as a form of reparations and an economic start after freedom. The program effectively began January 16th, 1865. Okay, now I got to follow up. What was the value? Like, what am I going to ask him? What was the value in today's, like, money? Is that what I want to...
Sure. What would that? No, you can't, because back then land was very cheap back then. And that same 40 acres will probably be worth like $1 million today.
Probably more than that. Well,
it depends on where it
depends
is.
on where, because in Port Tallis, New Mexico, when I was a freshman, they were selling land 50 cents an acre. But it was shitty land. It was in Port Tallis, New Mexico. So it depends on where the land is. If it's in Manhattan, it's not 50 cents an acre. I can guarantee you that. What was the value of? I'll look at the value then, and then kind of see if we can go 40 acres.
Now, Kev says we have the Treaty of. Now, Kevin, forgive me if I mess this up, because I'm not familiar with how the word should be pronounced. I'm going to say Waitangi Commission, that is giving back money to the indigenous, and I'm going to say Maori people, based on how much money us Brits have had from stealing their land.
So it says conservative estimate. Yeah, conservative estimate. $10 an acre would be about $400 for the land. The estimate for the land and the mule, another $125 to $150 for the mule, so $550.
Yeah,
not a lot for. Listen, I have my whole family like tied to the bottom of a boat, dragged across the ocean, and then forced into all-day labor every day, 7 days a week, from sunup to sundown, and even sometimes, before and after, and the whipping and rape my wife and whatever, and just do whatever you treat us like fucking animals. Yeah, $550. That's about right.
But that $550 back then, I'm saying it's the equivalent. I don't know how much is the equivalent.
I'll tell you what $550 would have bought you then: 40 acres and a mule.
Well, that could be the discount rate.
Yeah,
because they're selling in bulk. They had all these mules and all this land. Obviously,
and they were army. Listen, they were army surplus mules who were in bad shape, according to Grok. They were bad. You had a pretty much beaten up mule. You can't even give me a brand new mule. I want a showroom. I want the one on the showroom floor. The mule that, I don't know. It comes with all the bells and whistles.
You want the mule LTD.
So, not a good deal. So the question becomes, I mean, I know it's impossible to answer, but like, if you're talking about reparations, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to answer the phone. If you're listening now, you're listening to me talk about reparations. I'm hanging up on you.
Like, right now, there's a salesperson going, damn it. Well, at least he answered.
What I mean, what is it? What I mean, seriously, it's hard to kind of imagine what would make you say, you know what, it was worth going through whatever my ancestors had to go through. What would make it worth it? To me, I'm thinking I want everything Musk. I want Musk's bank account. That's what I want, and then I'll say, okay, I'll forget about it.
Now, for me, obviously I never experienced slavery. But what I did experience was the redlining, being denied jobs that I was qualified for because of my race, promotions, and being denied promotions. And so
you know what the white man is going through right now, because white people are oppressed. I don't know if you know this, but white Christians are, you're white Christian, we put a WC on top of the application.
Water closet?
I don't know.
That's
I know this is what Tucker calls.
That's what the bathroom is in England. That's what they call a bathroom, a WC.
Oh, See, I
So
did
it's
not
like
know
water,
that.
and water closet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. In some places in the Northeast, they still call it that. But I just know that Charlie Kirk told me about that. That white people, they were getting their jobs stolen by all these brown people and stuff. They were just stealing stuff that by nature should belong to white people. I don't know if you know that, but all jobs, by default, all jobs belong to white people. And then the black people come and the brown people come and they just steal them from us. So we put sanctions on them and we put aircraft carriers.
Well, I
We
look,
blockade.
if the white people want to go out and pick the fruit, if the white people want to go out and do all the things that the very reason slavery existed, they didn't want to do because they didn't want to do those jobs. They want to do those jobs, fine. Now, I don't have a problem with that. A lot of the construction jobs. It's funny. They're only great construction jobs if they're unionized, but they're not. But they're so anti-union,
Yeah.
So they have to make up their
Well,
mind. Do they want the good construction jobs? Okay, then you want the union. Because if you want the construction jobs that the Mexicans are doing, that's not union, and that's why they're there to do the cheapest labor for the best quality. So make up your fucking mind, you morons.
absolutely. Well, I'm going to say I hate to agree with you, man, but
Then don't. Then don't.
But when I was in high school in Lake Wales, Florida, and all alone and running out of money really fast, I went to pick oranges, and I got hired. Sure, there was no job application. Oh, I'm here to get to work. Like there was no application or anything. And then I sucked at it, and I sucked at it so bad because you know what? I wasn't used to real work. I was used to kind of. Is there a minimum wage here? No. You get paid by how many you pick. You better get fucking picking pretty quick. Really, it was like slave labor. I mean, it was that hard. And the migrant workers who were probably here illegally. I didn't ask for green cards, but they didn't speak English and they were all brown. And I was the only little white kid there. And they were laughing at me like, boy, you're going to leave here with like $1. I forget what it was. It was like 70 cents a bushel or something like that.
I picked cotton for about an hour. Okay.
Cotton?
And that's because I wanted to know what my ancestors went through. Now, of course,
I understand, but where? Let's start off like where were you that the cotton was? It wasn't in Maryland, was it? Maryland
no, it was I think somewhere out. It was out in the Midwest. I'm thinking it could have been Arizona. It wasn't Arizona.
Wow. New Mexico, Portales cotton is still the cotton and peanuts are still the two prime products that come out of Portales.
I'm pretty sure it was Arizona. My white wife took a picture of me picking cotton with
and then she posted it on Craigslist for sale.
With the old white guy standing over me. Now the old white guy was actually part of our group. He was actually my mother-in-law's boyfriend. But if you don't know that, you just see some old scraggly white guy standing over me while I pick the cotton. Now I like I said, somewhere that we still have that photograph. But after an hour, I'm going like, fuck this shit. I would have rebelled a long time. They've been like dead white people all over the place.
Kind of like the frontier days when you just walk along and you're crossing the country and you just see white people who were riding wagon trains out who didn't quite make it. That's what.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
That's yes. And the funny thing is, like I said, my mother had to defend me once said that I was so thoughtful and thought things out so well in advance that if I killed somebody, they really would have deserved it because I would have thought about it and said, what's the best thing for this person? Death. And so I told my mother, said, Mom, never, ever said, if I'm in trouble for causing another death, do not come to my defense. Because that is the very definition of premeditated. Okay.
What the hell? Do you want me moaning your name or begging for more? This is a blank.
Are you getting more Nigerian love letters?
This is a subject of an email. Do you want me moaning your name or begging for more? And then it's got nothing in the email. It's just a blank email. Like, what
So
the fuck?
Ron is sending you emails?
Could be.
Steven?
Could be. It's
Oh,
somebody.
Will is trying to make up to you. Will is trying to get back in your good graces.
No, you don't follow him, but do you know? Do you know if his GoFundMe is
No
working?
idea.
No idea. That would be
Nope.
interesting. Like who's in this economy? Who's got money to give to a failed comedian? Sure, I'll give you money. Sure. What do you PayPal, Venmo? What do you need? How much money do you need to go chase a fucking rainbow or a unicorn or whatever it is, butterflies? And
maybe he's only a failed comedian because nobody's believing in him. It's not his fault.
Nobody's believing, like as in the audience, not believing that it was funny.
The audience, bookers, other comedians.
Apparently, when I got him on that show at Governor's in the Giggle Room, he was bragging about how great he did, and then the people who put him on the show were cursing me out. Don't ever fucking I'll never take your recommendations again. Blah blah blah. People, he was being obnoxious and rude, and just, he could, he was being Willie, and they didn't like that, and so I got a bad name. So I have lots of reasons not to ever ever recommend him to anybody or believe in him. He gave me plenty of reasons not to believe in him. So. But I just, the whole GoFundMe thing, it just seems weird. It's like asking people, put me through school, Ma. Can I have a scholarship? I know I failed high school, but I would like a scholarship to Harvard. Could you mind paying for that for me? I've done nothing to deserve it, but I really need it. All right.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, get it. Yeah.
Yeah, but why would you send an email? That's not a phishing email. It's, do you want me moaning your name or begging for more? And then there's nothing in it, nothing to click on. It's just a blank email. Like,
I don't think it's blank. I don't think it's blank. Did you try to change the color of the text? Maybe they have white text against a white background, and so there's text that they want you to really work for it.
I deleted it already. Shit. I was just gonna check that. See that? Maybe it was black text on black background, and that's why I couldn't see it.
That's possible too. See, because
Right.
if it's a black,
it doesn't matter. I don't
background.
want her moaning my name. I want her moaning somebody else's name. Fred. That would get me off. Like, oh, you want Fred,
this is a while ago, a long while ago. Just in case my wife hears this, a friend of mine and I, we used to work for a company that rhymes with Comcast, and we were on a job, and we went to this one job, and the lady there was kind of hot, and she really liked my friend that I was with, but he was with somebody. He was living with somebody. And, as a matter of fact, they're practically married. And you could tell she really wanted to jump his bones. And he really wanted to jump her bones. She was really attractive. And he kept saying to me, man, I don't know. I want to, it's obvious she likes me. I said, yeah, it's obvious. She really wants you. Yeah. He goes like, man, but I got somebody. I'm living with her. I can't do it. I said, well, I'm going to tell you now. If you don't ask her out, I will. And he goes, I'm not going to ask her out. I'm with somebody. I said, all right, that's all I need to hear. So I asked her out. We started dating. And so one night we were being intimate and she called me by his name. And I thought that was so funny. Because I was doing what he wanted to be doing and she called his name. So I called him the next day and I said, guess what? She called me by your name. He goes, what? I said, that's okay. I still finished because I said, she can call me anything she wants.
Yeah.
I said, but I just want you to know that she still wants you. He's like, man, don't do that to me. I said, sorry. I said, it's okay. I said, but the next time I'm going to call her your wife's name just to make it even.
Come on, password. Stop doing this to me. Oh, we need your password. I don't know. You know my fucking password. Right? GZ, what's my password?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
What is the
Wait a minute, I thought you changed it to 1A, 2B, 3C, 4D.
I changed it to somebody else's name. That's what I changed it to. Somebody else's name. That's not right. Come on. You know what? I can't take it anymore. I just want to get into my mail. I'm sorry.
Have you tried cats and chickens? Try cats and chickens.
You know, the chickens, the lady who owns the chickens approached my wife and said that because of the snow, none of the chickens are coming out of the coop except for one, and that one made a beeline to our house, like right to my front door. What is this? When I was living in LA, there were immigrant workers there working for $5 an hour. That's a lot. No one I
but
know
not in LA. It's
not.
That. Not in LA. That's not a lot of money.
True. I had this discussion with one of these robber baron type guys here who used to be a friend. He's a Trumper. And I was trying to explain to him, like, migrant workers, really, the people out there picking fruit, they're really working for $1.60 an hour or something. Oh, that's crazy. I know they're working for a bushel, not for an hour. And if you break it down, the labor, it comes out to like $1.50, $1.60 an hour is what they're getting. That's ridiculous. No, that's just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening.
That's funny. There was when I used to work for a company that rhymes with DirecTV. There was like the management were salaried. They were salaried, but they were expected to be available almost 24 hours a day. And a lot of the guys wanted to be management because they thought they wouldn't have to work so hard for their money. But the guys, even though the paycheck for management was probably better than what the average worker bee was getting, the average worker bee was working 8, maybe 9 hours and being done. But management was on call all the fucking time. And so one of the guys decided that he was going to figure out how much actual work he did during a 2-week period for the money he made, and then break it down to dollars per hour. And
you were working at a honey factory. Is that do I have it correct? You were working for
that's what rhymes with DirecTV. It was a honey factory. Yes, it was a honey factory that rhymes with DirecTV. But he figured out that he was getting paid like $3 or something an hour, way less than minimum wage because of the amount of hours that he actually worked versus his salary. And he goes, that's ridiculous. And he actually quit the job, went to work someplace else.
So Donna Summer was the foreman?
Well, actually, Donna Summer was actually not the 4 person. She was the 5 person.
Oh, because I don't know if you noticed about. You have revenue on your BitChute account. I haven't checked BitChute since BitChute started here. We have revenue. I should go check that out. How much revenue we got over there on BitChute? Not quite a nickel. 4 cents. 4 cents we made on BitChute.
Now I realized
how are we going to split that up?
Huh?
How the hell are we going to split that up? We can't have pennies anymore. There's no such thing as pennies anymore. How the hell are we going to split up this 4 cents?
Well, I only get 3/5 of a cent anyway.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're calling it our advert share. I guess that's all for the advert. Oh, advertisement. That's what it is. I was thinking advent. They misspelled advent.
I was thinking that we had an aversion to making money there. So that's what it's called, advert. Because you're right. You're right, Heavy. I never really did get to answer your question.
Favorite bands. Band of Gold by Frida Payne, Frida Slaves. Do we have to go down the band? We have to. You have to give him your 5, or he's never gonna feel resolution. Oh, look at me using a big fancy word, resolution.
Okay.
So tell me your 5 bands and let's get out of here.
Okay. Oh. I'm not saying that these are the best bands. I'm saying that these are my favorites. Okay. My favorite band would be whatever band I was playing in. Okay. Just out of sheer loyalty. So Urban Poet Society and Modern Ideal were two of my favorite bands. They, they were.
I wonder if that was like there were lots of cover bands doing that Urban Poet Society, because that seemed like probably it seemed like a thing that somebody would adopt. Like
They tried, but actually
every area. Like there might have been one in Baltimore.
I owned the rights to that name. I did patent it, and I did patent it, trademark it, and I copyrighted it.
I remember that when you killed yourself. Remember when you killed yourself that time? You hung yourself on a closet door or something. I remember that.
As far as new music, I told. Oh man. Okay.
I just need new music to listen to. Well, you can go to Mindbug's Spotify channel and go listen to me or find my music.
Crack the Sky. If you never listen to Crack the Sky, I never get tired of listening to Crack the Sky. I never get tired of listening to Earth, Wind and Fire. I love Earth, Wind and Fire. I like Yes. Oingo Boingo. I love Oingo Boingo. XTC. It's spelled XTC, even though it sounds like ecstasy. It's XTC, the 3 letters. And they also have an offshoot band called Dukes of the Stratosphere. Dukes of the Stratosphere is also XTC. That's just, I guess, I don't know why they have both. Let me see. Sensational Alex Harvey Band. Now they are defunct. The lead singer died in like the 1970s. The only member I know of that's still performing is Zal Clemenson, and he's playing with a band called Sin Dogs. I think out of Ireland. I think Ireland. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where Sin Dogs is playing. I mean, it could be in England. But I like them as Sensational Alex Harvey Band.
Well, I can't find it. Why can't I find it? This is not fair. I should be able to find it. Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yes.
Are they still? I mean, Maurice dead, alive?
I don't know the status of Earth, Wind and Fire. Like I said, I don't follow bands like that. I mean, like Matt, I admire your knowledge of your music knowledge. Like, if you like a band, you can tell people like who played in it, when and where, when they started, how they started, if they are around. I don't know that. All I care about is the songs I'm listening to at the time. I don't care about their private lives. I don't give a shit about.
But you don't care if Earth, Wind and Fire is still even, because if they're still performing, I would definitely like to see them before they end. But I would think they're, I don't know. I'm imagining that because it was all Maurice who basically held that thing together. It was his band. He's probably dead.
Now another band I loved, Queen. I mean, of course, that was with Freddie Mercury, David Bowie. But these are bands you probably already know about.
I don't know.
There's a band called X out of Japan. It says it's Earth, Wind and Fire concert 2026.
I thought it was they were practicing in Elon Musk's basement, a band called X. He's just in love with that.
Earth, Wind and Fire is performing they have a 2026 tour. 2026 tour.
Wow. So let's go. I'm going. I have a new movie trailer. Would you like to see a new movie trailer?
Sure. Is it with Earth, Wind and Fire?
No, it's not with the Earth, Wind and Fire.
Here we go again.
Oh, this is the Melania movie?
You can come in. Come on in. My father's legacy will be that of peacemaker.
Peacemaker and in the fire. Beautiful. Together with like-minded leaders, we have a voice.
Is it safe?
It is safe.
Everyone wants to know. So here it is. Hi, Mr. President. Congratulations.
Did you watch it?
I did not. Yeah, I will see it on the news.
That's it. There you go. Now in theaters, nowhere near you. Yesterday, remember we were talking about defining grift. I think that qualifies. Yeah. Good morning, Craig. Earth, Wind, and Fire's 2026 tour kicks off in Atlanta. Too far away. Do they come by Shoreham at all? Shoreham.
Matter of fact, I think that's the last leg of the tour. I think they're ending there.
I think for the Melania movie that we just saw, the best way to watch that is on your Trump phone, your gold-plated Trump phone that you haven't gotten yet, and you're never going to get now, because they're offering. You were supposed to get it like over the summer, right? It's still not there, but I think they're offering people refurbished like iPhones now, in lieu of
the iPhone 1.
Unbelievable. Oh, I'm seeing John Fugelsang on CNN. No wonder he blew me up. He said yes, he would love to come on the program, and then never followed up when he found out it's 9:00 in the morning or 10:00 in the morning. But I see him on CNN. Yeah, once you're on CNN, I think it's safe to say, fuck my dog. Yeah. So, yesterday I was doing, kids. You know me. I've been going crazy with these shorts. Ronkonkoma Events Center, April. Really? I don't think there is a Ronkonkoma. It's good of Craig to pick up a local name there to get me excited about that. But Ronkonkoma Events Center. What is that? Is that Bald Hill? What the fuck is Ronkonkoma? Oh, let me see this. Hold on. Is this a real thing, or is he just yanking my fucking chain? I was about to say, you know me, I've been doing all these shorts like crazy. I've been a shorts nut man lately, doing 15 a day or something. And I reached back. I said, well, what would make good shorts? And I said, oh, Andy Andrus would make good shorts. Because he had some really interesting things to say on the program back when he was doing the program quite frequently. And one of the stories about Gary, well, it's about when what was his name? Robert Evans was he was doing a animated series with Slash on Comedy Central, and this was right around the time that Stanhope and Rogan were doing the Man Show on Comedy Central, and there was a party at Robert Evans' house, and Andy asking him where's the blow and all this stuff. But then he was cutting on. He wasn't cutting online. The women who were staff writers on the Man Show, they called them the Juggies because they had big tits. Andy went over and he was talking to them. He had a tray in his hand, and Gary Busey took exception to that and was like bullying him, like chasing him to the back of the line. And like, he's an intimidating dude. So I tried posting some of that, and YouTube would not let them be posted. They violated YouTube's whatever terms of whatever. I couldn't post it. So about Ronkonkoma Event Center. There is one. I never heard of that. Like, I can't imagine a concert. How does Craig know about in Albuquerque? Know about Ronkonkoma Event Center, and I don't know about it here 10 miles away. How does that happen? I know I'm all over the map.
I don't know. Just for the and this is basically for Heavy Kev. There was a band that I love to watch on YouTube. I love the theatrics. It's called Japan. I'm sorry, it's called X Japan. The letter X Japan. I love to watch them. I don't know what their lyrics are because they're singing in Japanese, and so for all I know, they could be saying "kill all the niggers. They don't need to live." Kill
No, that was
GD.
my
He's the
brother.
biggest.
That was my brother singing that.
Kill GD. He's the biggest nigger of all. I don't know. That could be what I don't know what their lyrics are. So I'm reluctant to say I like. No, that I'm reluctant to endorse them because I don't know what their lyrics are. I never had them translated, but I love to watch them. They're a lot of theatrics. There's a band called Dream Theater. I love their musicianship, but their lyrics suck.
I hate them.
If you don't like Dream Theater, I hate their lyrics. The lyrics suck.
That's why I hate them, because I'm a lyrics first guy. I don't know. I don't know if you know this about me. But I'm why would you know that about me? But I'm a lyrics. Lyrics make the difference to me.
Yeah, I'm a lyrics guy as well. I mean, to me that's the hardest part. To me, that's the most important part. But
Craig's just trying to fool me here, saying April 1st. I'm not falling for that again. Last time you said something on April 1st, I still have to get that thing removed from my anus. So
you didn't have to get it removed.
No, you're right.
You just had to make room for other things.
I'm not going to be alive that long, so I could probably live with something stuck in my. I'm not like the remote or whatever, or a trophy for the worst comedy special of all time. I could not live with that in my anus. We are past the time. It looked like Julie Rowe, your boat is either late or not showing up. This is unacceptable.
Well, thanks for joining us while you could, Craig. Appreciate it.
You know what? She's in the Northwest, so maybe it's a time zone thing, and she's probably going to be on the show long after we're gone,
like 1 o'clock.
I'll be off having a Snickers bar full of weed. That fucked me up yesterday. I have to say that, but so that's what I'll be doing with Julie Rowe. She'll come. I'm in the room. Nobody's there. It says the show is ended. Yeah, because we're in New York, and I said a.m. Eastern time. I always say Eastern. Why don't they pay attention? What does that EST after it mean? I don't know.
Estimate. It's an estimate. It's about 9:15. It's about 10:15.
Oh. John Fugelsang was on CNN with that Scott Jennings dude. That Scott Jennings dude does not look happy to be lectured by John Fugelsang. John, come on the program, man. You said you would, right? Oh yeah. So I was talking about Andy with the Gary Busey thing. Gary Busey, is Gary Busey still alive? When is he gonna fucking die? I mean, not that I'm wishing death on him, but you would think a guy who's had as many concussions or problems as that dude has had, you would think he can't be long for this world. You talk about dementia. This guy was born with dementia, and then he got his head knocked, rode without helmets into fucking cement walls and stuff, concrete walls. Blessings. The grind calls. What is the grind? He's a coffee. The grind calls.
He's a professional coffee maker.
Yeah, well, it's very early with Craig. It's right now. It's what is it there?
I don't know. I don't know where he is.
It's 8:23. He's in Albuquerque. I said, I mentioned that many times.
I don't remember it many times. So
he is the mayor of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He is he's the Chamber of Commerce king or something. He's just the whatever. Ambassador to the world of Albuquerque. My nose is itchy. Why is my nose itchy? Does that mean if your right palm is itchy, that means you're coming into money. If your left hand is itchy, that means money's going out. If your nose is itchy, it means you've been snorting cocaine, right?
I was about to say, your nose is itchy. That means the coke that you brought with the money from your right hand, it went up your nose, and it's leaving your left hand. Leaving your left hand up to your nose.
It's that old wives' tale, the itchy palm thing. If you're a lefty, is it reversed? I mean, that's what I
don't know the answer
if you're
to
ambidextrous?
That. I don't know the answer to that because I know that my wife.
How do you? You're supposed to know everything.
I know that my mother used to say, "Don't scratch your hand. If you scratch your hand, then you get rid of the itch."
Does Elizabeth know Fugelsang?
I don't know the answer to that. Rhonda does.
How do you not know the answer? You're supposed to know everything.
you and my wife both say that like it's a thing that I know everything, and I told
No, I said
my
you're supposed to know everything. You're
yeah,
supposed to.
I told my
It's
wife,
part of
I
your
said,
job description. Maybe you don't. When you didn't read the application when you applied for this job, that you must know everything.
I told my wife,
It's
having a high IQ does not mean I know everything. It just means I process information a little bit quicker than she does.
maybe having a high IQ would at least give you the indication to read the job application before you submit it.
Doesn't mean I know how to follow instructions. Having an IQ does not indicate that I know how to follow instructions.
That's true.
Or that even that I want to follow instructions.
All right.
It just says that if I want to follow instructions, I could probably follow them faster.
I'm just trying to find if there's any message from Julie Rowe. Your boat, Julie Rowe, your boat.
Now,
No,
I have a question about your 12-string tuning, because this says you're using DAD-GAD tuning on 12-string. Heavy Kev.
That's oof.
Now, my 12-string, when I had my 12-string, I used to tune it so that my highest 4 strings weren't in unison. They were actually, if you strummed them, they were a chord. So like the B.
Wait, he didn't say he's tuning the DAD-GAD. He said trying to play along to DAD-GAD tuning on a 12-string. That doesn't make sense. So you could do that. You just play along. Like if you're staying in standard tuning and somebody else is playing with DAD-GAD, you just figure out what key it's in and go.
Then I stand corrected. I misinterpreted what you were saying.
Yeah.
So.
I saw a whole video yesterday on like how to play in DAD-GAD and typical chord shapes and stuff. Yeah, I think you could figure it out. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's just fine, right?
I understand why they got to have 3 Ds. Why 3 Ds? 3 Ds and 2 A's and a G. That's.
Yeah, well, I guess if you use so one finger on the 5th string and one on the 2nd string on the first fret, that's automatic. That's a G. That's a G chord. So just one finger on the 5th string first fret and the 2nd string first fret. That's a G chord right there. And then what would you bar it to bring it up to and we'll have to do that? Oh, that's a ridiculous stretch. Not fun. The openness sounds. It sounds open. That's how it sounds.
Okay, Anne likes Dream Theater.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not one of these people who will say you have to like what I like and you have to not like what I don't like. I'm not a fan of Dream Theater. I can't. Listen, if you don't tell me a story, I want to hear a story. Once upon a time, there was a little boy, and he had a dog, and the dog bit him in the ankle.
Speaking of stories.
I didn't get to the part where the little boy killed the dog, and then they all lived happily ever after.
The dog killed the boy.
All right, and then they all lived happily ever after. Go ahead.
Okay. My wife
Except
and
the dog.
I watched,
the dog didn't live.
My wife and I watched the Sarah Sherman comedy special the other night.
And you hated it, and you said, "You know what? This time could be better spent listening to Dream Theater and killing dogs."
My wife could not make it past 12 minutes. She goes, "I'm going to bed."
I like your wife,
and I said, "I'm going to watch the rest of it because I think as soon as I kid you not, before she even took the stage, when they had like a cold opening, I said to myself, okay, this is kind of like Pee Wee Herman-esque. I think this is like, and then my wife goes, but Pee Wee Herman didn't cuss. And I said, no, I said it's Pee Wee Herman-esque. And then as the show went on, like 5 minutes into it, I said, I'm getting the feeling that she grew up admiring Pee Wee Herman and what's her name? Sandra Bernhard? Was that her name? Sandra Bernhard?
Yeah. I remember saying she was a Madonna friend, and then she wasn't. Yeah, I remember kind of.
Right. I said, I think that those are her 2 main influences when I listened to her. Now, Sandra Bernhard I appreciated what she did, but I couldn't. I would never go see her in concert. I appreciated what she did, and I think what she did for what she was trying to do, I think she did it well. But it's
Now,
not
whatever
exactly my
happened
cup
to
of
her?
tea.
It's just people got tired of the I'm ugly comedy. I mean, that was basically her thing, right? I'm just ugly. Oh, maybe that. Maybe that was just every time I looked at her, I said, "Oh, she's just ugly." But that was a shtick. No, or am I wrong about that? I'm wrong.
I don't remember. I mean, I know that was part of it, but I don't think so. More of it was about the social commentary about the way women are treated, or actually just the way certain classes are treated in our society.
Oh.
But it was more of her style, the way she did it, not just what she was doing. And the style her style of entertaining, I can see.
I think
Sarah
she used to be
Sherman.
a regular on Letterman back in the 80s. And, I could be just like a. But I don't think I've ever seen her perform stand up or anything. Just
I wouldn't
remember
call it
her being a
stand up.
guest.
I would call it like a one woman show, so to speak. I would not call her a comedian, at least not in a traditional sense. To me, she was more of an entertainer, almost like a spoken word. If there's such a thing as spoken word comedy, I guess that would be her. But Sarah Sherman to me seems like Pee Wee Herman, and Sandra Bernhard had a baby, and that baby was Sarah Sherman.
Do you remember Rhonda Britton?
Of course not.
She was, I don't know. She was apparently a guest on this program. I was thinking about this last night because after all the people I've talked to on this program, so many of them, I felt like we had deep conversations. But if I ran into them on the street, I was like, "Oh, you were on my show." I don't remember that. I just got an email from somebody who's pitching me for a guest. She said, "I really enjoyed your episode with Rhonda Britton, especially the way the conversation cut through the surface level motivation and get into how fear actually drives behavior." I don't remember Rhonda Britton from it, and I'm sorry, Rhonda. I'm sure you're a very memorable person, but it's because it's not you, it's me. I'm pulling a Costanza here. It's not you, it's me. I don't remember her, but it's not a pitch for her. It's for somebody who's sort of like that. I don't want to, because maybe this person will end up being on the program. But there's something wrong about what I do, having these conversations with people and then not remembering them. I mean, but let's
it
be
happens
honest.
to me quite a bit. Now, I could be misunderstanding this, but I think Heavy Kev is saying that Dream Theater broke up his marriage.
Let me read this. I took my wife to see Dream Theater. We are separated shortly afterwards, but she apparently loved Dream Theater. That's not why, right?
I think that could be why they broke up. Their marriage broke up because she liked Dream Theater. Because he doesn't say he liked them. He doesn't say I liked them. He goes that she liked them. She loved them.
Right.
Sounds to me like that broke up their marriage.
How many bands actually include New Zealand in their tour? I'm sure there's an audience there, right? And
he didn't say he saw them in New Zealand either, because remember he lived in the States for a while.
Oh yeah, he did spend some time in L.A. But like I was just curious, like how many bands actually? Let's include New Zealand, that because it's a fucking hall, and then how many places are there to play? Like, I guess you could conclude it in your Australian, South Africa tour or whatever. Is that part of the whole world? And if we ever go back into the flat Earth discussion, which we probably won't, but you never know, it would be good to have like people like Kevin, because I think yesterday he was talking about the Southern Cross and all that stuff. The Southern Hemisphere,
right?
It presents a big problem for the flat earthers because they can't rationalize any of this idea where they can't see the North Star from down there. We can't see the Southern Cross from up here. How do you explain that? If it's flat, we should all be able to see the same stars. So there's, the flat Earth people.
That's because those are the Southern Hemisphere is it's a different dimension. Even though it's the same flat Earth, it's a different dimension. I don't know.
Is that where that's why they don't have Bigfoot, because he doesn't go to that dimension? Or they do have Bigfoot. I don't know. We don't know. Kev, is Bigfoot down there? Does he play guitar in your band? That's the question.
So when I was little and I was first learning about atoms, like between first and second grade, molecular atoms, electrons, neutrons, protons, atoms. When I was first learning about them, and I was learning that they were mostly space, I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that why don't we pass through each other? If it's mostly space, why, like if this is mostly space, the fingers, and this is mostly space, I can do this and they don't touch. So why?
See, this is why we're number one in science right here. This right now, number one in science. Go ahead, continue.
I said, so I used to wonder why we couldn't pass through each other. And then I used to play with the fan, when I was punished. And this is what caused the whole thing. I was stuck in my bedroom and it was during the summer and we had a fan blowing that hot air out of the house out to the yard. And I used to do this. Yes, you sit, yell through the fan and have the blades chop up the sound. So like,
you didn't go, Luke, I am your father. You didn't do that.
Yeah. So, and I thought to myself, okay, that's it. We're spinning so fast because I used to stick things in the fan to try to get it between the spaces because I knew those spaces were there. You're
trying to circumcise yourself. I get it. You're trying to circumcise yourself even then. I get it. No,
well, actually, but see, if you do it when the blades are turning in a certain direction, you cannot hurt yourself because the blades actually push you back out. It's only when the blades are spinning like this, then they could chop it up. But when they're going like this, it pushes you back out. See? And so I was like, and so I was figuring out
we should put a little disclaimer there. Do not try sticking anything in the fan at home. It's fine that you
check the direction of the blade first before you stick it in there.
Don't do it. I don't want any people call. Oh, the guy on your show said I could stick seven and then it got cut off. No, I don't do it. That's I'm sorry. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you break my heart.
Well, I used to wonder about how do we go about going through spaces? Because I used to read comic books and they had, things that could walk through walls and stuff like that. And so I figured out, I was thinking to myself, maybe they're walking through the spaces, and how do you do that? And how do you learn to walk through the spaces and stuff like that? And so all that stuff. So, but having like a 6 or 7 year old understanding of science, it's like really super warped. You don't have any resolution. You just think it's possible, and just wonder how it can be done. And when you're 6 and 7 years old,
that's what quantum Bigfoot does, according to Ron Moorhead. That's exactly what quantum Bigfoot does. He gets down to the molecular level and then can walk through physical objects and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, Bigfoot. Listen, you're walking around the woods going and knocking rocks on trees to scare people. I don't think you got the whole quantum physics thing figured out, Bigfoot. I'm just saying. I don't know Bigfoot personally, but if Bigfoot is listening right now, you think Bigfoot is listening right now?
No, but that's why I really like the movie Buckaroo Banzai, because it was like a grown-up was trying to answer a 7-year-old's question. You ever watched have you watched Buckaroo Banzai?
No, but I talked to Grok and asked it to explain things to me like I'm 5, and it actually does.
It watches Buckaroo Banzai?
I don't know if it does, but it talks to me like I'm 5, which I
recommend Buckaroo Banzai to anyone who's into cult classics.
And who's the star of that Buckaroo Banzai?
Peter Weller, the guy who played RoboCop.
Oh,
Jeff Goldblum is in it.
He's kind of scary looking, right? That
Jeff
Peter
Goldblum?
Wells dude. No, Peter Wells. Kind of scary looking.
Peter Weller, I guess. He's in it. what's her name? Is it Ellen Arkin? I think.
Alan Arkin?
Ellen, the
Funny.
woman.
Oh,
I think
Ellen
let me see it.
Barkin. Ellen Barkin.
Barkin,
She's
Ellen
barking like a
Barkin.
dog.
I think.
Yeah,
I have to look up the now. Cast of Buckaroo Banzai.
barking like a dog.
It's called
While
it's
you're
called the actual movie is called Buckaroo Banzai in the Eighth Dimension. Ellen Barkin, that's her name, Ellen Barkin. Oh yeah, John Lithgow was in it.
Who?
John Lithgow.
John
Christopher
Lithgow.
Lloyd.
Yeah.
Christopher
John
Lloyd
Lithgow
was
was
in
a
it.
weird dude, right? He had some. I don't know how weird he was, but he was a weird dude. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a weird dude. Well, he was like one of those. I forget the guy now. They made a movie about being. Wasn't it being John Lithgow? No, there was being one of those weird actor dudes. But while I want you to continue down your physics and quantum physics dissertation here for the morning, because this is the educational part of the program where we educate people in science and we keep our #1 rating in science. GD is going to explain to us this whole one electron theory. Go ahead, GD. Tell people, because I know you know
one electron theory.
The single electron theory.
You mean a hydrogen atom?
See, I thought you understood it better than I do. This is what I understand about the single electron theory, that there is only one I was reading about it yesterday, and it's just like, it doesn't make sense to me. And I thought, well, I'll just ask GD to do a dissertation on it for the morning program so we can all learn about it together. But from what I read, and there's a lot of physicists who are on board with this, that there really is only one electron in the universe, and it just, because it has mastery of time and space, it is everywhere at once.
No.
I
don't know what scientists are on board with that, but no.
All right, let me see. Grok, hold on. I'll ask Grok to explain it to me like I'm 5. Let's see what we get here. Explain.
I don't even know who the fuck would even. No, the answer is no.
Well, the answer is no. Explain it to me like I'm 5 years old. You can't just say no.
Kevin is Heavy Kev is a physicist.
Really?
He says no BS. So I guess, so you don't have a Bachelor of Science. So what do you have? You have a Master's in Science, an MS. If you don't have a BS, what do you have? A PhD? No. Or are you like a journeyman physicist? You didn't finish, you don't have a college degree, but you've been around physics enough that you can claim the title. I'm just trying to understand how you can be a physicist but not have a BS degree.
Grok is explaining to me how, like I'm 5, the single electron theory. Imagine the whole world is like a giant ocean. It pretty much is. And electricity is
okay,
water.
You have an MP.
And electricity is a water moving around it. Normally, when you turn on a light or charge your toy, we think lots of tiny things called electrons, like super small dots. It really is talking to me like a 5. Are all rushing through the wires. I never thought of that. Rushing through the wires to make the electricity flow. That's what grown-ups usually teach. But there's a funny idea called the single electron theory that says, wait, maybe it's not a bunch of electrons moving. Maybe it's really just one single electron zooming around super duper fast. Super duper is a scientific term. That here's how it works in the kids' version.
They call it the super duper particle accelerator.
Yeah. There's only one electron in the entire universe. When you need electricity somewhere like your house, that one electron quickly zips over there pretty quick. It's like Saturn. I forget the guy. They said in, can't remember, early win maybe, and when this, when the Negro Leagues first started putting players in the major leagues.
So there's only one Negro, but whenever they need one to play,
black players were rooming with white players. I think it was early win, and whoever his roommate was, a white guy, said he's so fast that he can turn off the light and be in bed before the room gets dark.
Yeah, they say the same thing about Paul Bunyan.
Here's how it works. There's only one electron in the entire universe. When you need electricity somewhere, like in your house, that one electron quickly zips over there. Then when you're done, it zooms super fast to the next place that needs it. But what if two places need it at once?
Yeah, that's just simple bullshit is what I'm saying. They should never. Yeah, in other words, two people couldn't turn on a light at the same time.
It's like you only had one toy car, but you raced it around the room so quickly that all your friends thought there were hundreds of cars paying it at the same time.
No, no. The answer to that is no.
Kev, you wanna chime in here with your master of physics, physicist, quantumness of the single electron theory is mostly a silly but clever story to make us go whoa about how strange the tiny world can be. So apparently Grok is with you. They're saying it's all bullshit. It's a made up
It's all
story just to
bullshit.
make us go whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, it's Cameron with the reaction log.
Yeah, that's both. Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I got to say, I was hoping there'd be more to it than just bullshit. Now, why did so many high-level academia people believe it's true, or give?
Okay, you're saying high-level academia doesn't mean that they. To me, that doesn't mean diddly squat. I've seen people with degrees who are not bright. I've tutored 3 people.
Well, Kev is saying if there were only one electron, the world would fall apart. Whoops, I think it's happening, but not the world, the universe, right? It's one electron in the entire universe is what the theory is, not just like in New York or New Zealand or Maryland or whatever.
It's stupid. It's a stupid theory.
So that's going to kill our rating in science, isn't it? If we're talking about,
I think the sheer fact we're discussing such a stupid theory might help.
Wait, how many did you say? 4 stupids there? I think you overdid it. I think it was only 3 stupids. Did you just add a stupid to our stupidness?
It gets dumber by the second. If I repeat it again, it'll probably hit 5 stupids.
That's stupid. Wow. But now, since I brought up academia, I want to talk to you about this because this has got me a little. The Brown University shooting guy. They still haven't caught him, right?
Yeah, the one who thought that all the students were brown. That's why they were shooting him.
Well, he got away, and they haven't caught that person. Then the next day, an hour drive away from there, at MIT, one of the top nuclear
an MIT professor was shot.
Yeah, and he got away. Any connection? Because Brown University is big on this physics stuff and nuclear technology and all this stuff too. I don't know.
It's the same bullet. It's the same shooter. He's just so fast. He goes out through the universe. He's like the.
Well, it's only an hour away, and he had a day to get there.
It's a single shooter theory. But he has to go all over the universe. And he was committing shootings.
He didn't have to be that. He could have actually jogged it in a day. I mean, really.
What I'm saying is he was shooting all over the universe before he got over to MIT. It's not like he's doing it in order. He's doing it in whatever he's needed. See, it's the single shooter theory.
Doesn't feel a little suspicious to you? I mean, you got these top universities, both involved in high tech, scary technology, and it's just like shootings, and guys just get away with it. Like usually, when there's people get caught. I don't know if you know this about people who shoot, but they usually get caught or killed, right? The brown guy just got away. Entanglement. Now we're talking about entanglement, string theory, all interesting. With a D, interested ting. There's no connection. I don't need to be worried that somebody, because it feels like a Doc Brown thing, like somebody, the terrorists are coming to steal Doc Brown's nuclear stuff that he was going to use for fuel in a time machine.
Flux capacitor?
Yeah, the flux capacitor, right. But there were nuclear, like he had like a, I don't know, like a music road case full of nuclear fuel or something, right? Doc Brown, I'm talking about. So there's no connection here. You're saying the Brown University and MIT thing, totally unconnected.
I don't have enough information to even make that
What
thing.
kind of detective are you?
A defective detective?
Defective detective.
Yeah.
There seems to be something there. It's not defective today.
Well, I think Clouseau did it first. Only they just didn't call him a defective detective.
You know what? So we've had no guests today, and maybe this is a foreboding of the future with all these rap people that are scheduled. They're not going to show up because we have not. God, you want to go through the calendar and how many fucking rappers we got booked
just in time for
500
Christmas?
years?
All the rappers are here just in time for Christmas and Kwanzaa, and
yeah.
Well, they're not in time for Hanukkah because Hanukkah's already started and the rappers haven't shown up yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know,
I haven't seen a trailer of a new Spielberg movie because I don't know what new Spielberg movie there is.
Yeah, what new Spielberg movie?
I'm a very unhip person.
Nobody is more unhip than me. And Spielberg, new Spielberg.
Well, it's not a competition, but I think you win.
Can we? I can't even, because I wanna. I gotta fucking type this out. New Spielberg movie.
No, I'm not typing it out also, so you don't have to. And the beautiful thing is I don't have to know how to spell any of this stuff. It does it in new movie.
Well, Steven's UFO film Disclosure Day trailer released. Can we watch the trailer without getting in trouble?
Emily Blunt's in it. I like her.
Who?
Emily Blunt.
Now, is that Elizabeth Croydon's like hidden whatever, the fake name that she's Emily Blunt? I think that's what.
No, Emily Blunt is a British actress. Now, the thing is, I've even seen her, like, I really liked her in, what was it? There was a movie with Matt Damon, and it was like some kind of hat society. The people they had to have these hats to go through different portals and dimensions. Let me see, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon movie.
Matt Damon smoking a blunt. Put that in there. Share screen. This could get me a copyright strike. Could get me banned for life.
Adjustment Bureau. I liked her in the Adjustment Bureau, even though like the premise was like poo-poo. The fact that she just made it believable for me. Her acting was very good in it. She's a very good actress. I liked her in Looper.
See, you claimed you were unhip, but you are nothing unhip compared to me because I don't even know who she is. Let's find out.
If you found out we weren't alone, if someone showed you, proved it to you, would that frighten you?
Is that her?
Yeah,
Good morning, Kansas City. Let's take a look at today. Let's
So she's a weather girl on the Spanish network.
Today's.
Uh-oh. What's going on with her Adam's apple? She shouldn't have an Adam's apple. What's she doing? I'm scared. I don't know what. I'm scared. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the teacher? Oh, I was going to say, that can't
People have a right to know the truth. It belongs to 7 billion people.
8.
What is it?
You won't believe me if I told you. So I'm going to show you.
What are you gonna do?
It's kind of hot.
Full disclosure to the whole world. All at once.
This summer. Crop circles bullshit.
People keep wondering. Encountering the unknown.
They're coming! They're coming!
They are starved for the truth.
Do you think there could be others?
Why would he make such a vast universe? yet save it only for us.
I'm just curious, what did a deer have to do with all this? Um, I don't know. You know, Steven Spielberg, obviously a great filmmaker. The trail just made me confused. Like, what the fuck is this movie? What is this movie? And why are we looking at deer if it's about UFOs? Like, there's more than one reference to the deer and the like. Oh, you think there could be others? Of course, there's others. Wherever there's fucking stuff, there's more stuff. I don't know. What did you get from that trailer? Did you get anything from that trailer?
I don't
Besides
know.
syphilis.
Oh, other than syphilis, no.
Yeah.
I like Emily Blunt. I think she's a good actress. I've seen her in a lot of stuff, and when
Well, she
I
was
see
definitely
her,
acting like, yeah, she had something going on.
whenever I see her, I feel like I can believe what she's doing. You know, even though like there was a movie, I think it's like The Quiet Place. I thought that was like really the premise of the movie is kind of stupid, but because of her performance in it, I'm like, okay, I'll go along for the ride. You know, there's some actors like even when they're in bad movies, I go along for the ride. Gene Hackman was one of them. When I saw Gene
Who?
Hackman
Oh,
was in
Gene Hackman. Yeah, Gene Hackman.
when I saw Gene
Yeah.
Hackman was in a movie, I'd be like, okay, this movie sounds stupid, but Gene Hackman is in it, so I got to check it out. You know, there's
Yeah, there was some real ones that I mean, I hear you. Gene Hackman was one of my favorites, and I would probably sit through most of the fucking movies. But what, Mooseport or something? Welcome to that just seemed like
I haven't seen that one.
What was Gene Hackman Moose? Something about Welcome to Mooseport or something. There were a couple of movies that he was in there. It was just like, I can't. This is just
Yeah, but the sheer fact that he was in it made you go like, okay, I got to check that out.
Yeah.
There are some actors that are just, to me, just lend a credence.
Yeah, it was Ray Romano's Welcome to Mooseport, and then Gene Hackman was in it. You know what? I liked Ray when he was a stand-up guy. Then everybody loves Raymond, and it's like, hey,
I
it's
didn't.
not funny
Yeah,
anymore.
I didn't even his stand up to me was okay. His show, Everybody Loves Raymond, I was like, no, doesn't. Now, even now, once in a while, my wife will be watching the reruns, and I'm going, nah, I can't.
Welcome to Mooseport, 2004 is a comedy film starring Gene Hackman as a former U.S. president who retires to a small Maine town and runs for mayor against runs for mayor.
Right.
So
Okay, I did see that movie. I did see it now. I remember it. Yeah.
Against a local store owner, a hardware store owner played by Ray Romano. Wow.
Right. I did
weird.
see that movie.
Maybe I'm going to have to give it a chance now.
I
president
saw it
runs
once.
for
I don't think
mayor.
I'd ever watch it again. I don't like Ray Romano as an actor, and I'm not even big on him as a comedian.
What, did you ever see him doing stand up?
Not live, just on the boob tube.
Oh, he did. I never saw him do stand up on television. The only time I ever saw him do stand up was at Governor's, or maybe it was East Side Comedy Club. Maybe that's how long ago it was. But I've never seen him. I didn't know he ever did stand up on television.
It's possible that there was a time when it could have been Comedy Central when they were like showing almost everybody for like a half an hour, you know. And at that point, that's the thing, when I watched Comedy Central and I saw all these comedians getting a half an hour special. And again, I was not even interested in doing comedy back then. I had no desire to be a comedian whatsoever. But I kept thinking to myself, I can do a half an hour comedy. I can do that. This is stupid, you know. Everybody could do a half an hour worth of comedy.
You said stupid a lot today on the show. You said stupid. Do we have a stupid meter keeping track of the
I think it's called a stupometer. Stupidometer. Stupidometer.
Yeah, stupidometer.
Stupidometer.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this Mooseport thing. I think I'm gonna have to. I love Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
I think Unforgiven is probably it's challenging The Godfather in my mind for the best movie of all time. Gene Hackman.
Unforgiven is a very good movie.
Yeah.
You know, Morgan Freeman is another one of those people. Like if he's in a movie, I can kind of get behind it.
I made my kids watch The Shining this week, and Jack is a legend. Never watched The Shining. Never watched it. Did you? I'm sure you have, right? You watched The Shining? Of course you did.
Yeah, I've watched it. I think I've seen it twice.
All work and done play makes stupidometers stupid, or then a stupidometer.
And then there was also a sequel to it. There was a sequel to The Shining. But it's not called
The
like
Dulling?
The Shining. Huh?
The Dulling from Not So Shiny. The Dulling.
I think Jason Bateman was in it.
I like Jason Bateman. Michael Keaton, not Michael Keaton. The Marty McFly. Who's the Marty McFly guy?
Okay, it was called Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep was the sequel to The Shining.
Oh. Who is it? What's his name? The Marty McFly guy. What the actor who the guy who put Parkinson's.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox. He was ripping off Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman was on the Sandy Duncan show, and then Family Ties or whatever, Family something, whatever the series that Michael J. Fox got on. He was just playing exactly the character that Jason Bateman laid out on the Sandy, the Weird Eye Sandy. What did I just say? Sandy
Duncan?
Sandy Duncan. But he was on the Sandy Duncan show, and he laid out the template for the character that made Michael J. Fox a star on television.
Yeah, except for Jason. I think Jason Bateman did the role more steady, and Michael J. Fox's is a little unsteady, maybe a little more shaken.
And then Justine Bateman was Michael J. Fox's sister on that show. So there's that, right? It's all like one electron, all just between the Bateman family and the Fox family. See that? We've proved the one electron theory here. So we're back in good standing with the science.
You proved the one actor theory, not the one electron theory.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So we're not back in good standing with the science people then?
No, but we did pick up two more supporters in the SAG category.
This isn't going to make for a good reel, cut up and down reels.
No.
Maybe tomorrow will be better. Who do we have for tomorrow, Johnny?
A person of interest.
It's a person of interest. You mean
the
brown shooter?
I think the brown shooter's on tomorrow. And
yeah,
by brown shooter, I mean somebody who shits their pants.
Yeah, Elizabeth said, "Why don't I get the girl from Brown who had also been through the Sandy Hook thing? Like, why don't I get her on the program? Hasn't she been through enough trauma? She doesn't need to come on." So tomorrow, tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Yes.
Who the hell is this? She was supposed to be on last week. Andrea W. Ledoux. She is a woman who politics into political poems and prose. Her background includes working as a lawyer, living abroad. Who hasn't lived abroad? You live abroad, right?
Not since I finished my surgery.
So
I'll never be abroad again. I'll always be a man.
Now, I don't know if poems are the best way to address politics, but we'll talk to her tomorrow. That should be an interesting one, right? She was supposed to be on last week, and I bumped her for the Stand By Me thing that Elizabeth brought us, and it didn't work out. We didn't get any people. Now, Elizabeth said she included me on a group chat with all these people from the Stand By movie. Dan enjoyed your show. Maybe these people will too. I didn't hear from anybody that the Corey Flemboy or what. None of those people are interested in being on the Dystopia. And why would they be? I'm still trying to get John Fugelsang. Fugelsang. I made that's the same thing I already. There's nothing much to talk about. Maybe I should play Headlines and Bloodlines, right? Headlines and Bloodlines? That's not what it's called?
Sure, yeah.
Let's listen. Let's listen to the real news. You want to listen? Listen with an intent ear.
This is the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for December 17th, 2025, the 331st day of the Sex Offender Administration. Maryland will create a commission to study potential reparations for slavery after lawmakers voted Tuesday to override a veto by Governor Wes Moore, the nation's only black governor. I am looking forward to finally getting my 40 acres and a mule. I appreciate having a white woman, but she's no mule. Although I do ride that ass. Hee-haw! Hee-haw! House Speaker Mike Johnson says he won't call a vote to extend enhanced subsidies under the Affordable Care Act, effectively guaranteeing they will expire at the end of this month. That means higher insurance premiums will go into effect for millions of Americans who get coverage through Obamacare next year. Don't worry, Congress will still get their free A1 health insurance. You looked worried. The Food and Drug Administration approved on Friday a label change for Pfizer's birth control shot Depo-Provera that warns patients of the risk of meningioma, a tumor in the lining of the brain. Pfizer is currently battling a lawsuit in which more than 1,000 women claim the company knew about the risk and failed to warn patients. A spokesperson for Pfizer said, "What's the chance of a brain tumor compared to the injuries caused by coat hangers and being pushed down the stairs?" Donald Trump said Tuesday he'll deliver a live national address on Wednesday at 9 p.m. from the White House. Quote, "It has been a great year for our country, and the best is yet to come." Close quote. Trump posted on his social media platform. Quote, "I look forward to seeing you then." Close quote. Trump looks forward to seeing us. If he doesn't know how TV works, why would we expect him to know how the economy works? This has been the Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll with headlines and punchlines for December 17th, 2025, the 331st day of the Sex Offender Administration. Join me live at the Church of Last Resort Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on MindDog TV.
Oh, it kind of cuts off. I never heard it cut off like that because I always start to play the opinions expressed at that point. So I never hear the actual end of that music.
Now, this is something for people who may not know this. The news headlines and punchlines from the 17th and headlines and punchlines from the 16th were the exact same length down to the frame. Yeah.
Frame?
Even down to
I didn't even see a frame. I didn't even see a frame.
I know it's the exact same length. It's whatever it is, it's like I'm gonna just make up a number. 2 minutes, 16 seconds, and 12 frames. Both of them are the exact same length. I don't think that's ever happened before anywhere in the universe.
I think we should go to betonanything.eu and to check out what the odds of that happening are. What does it pay? What does it pay if it comes in like your horse comes in or your mule comes in this case? The whole thing about the wife not being a mule, and then I do tap that, whatever and that's just I think we need to have some censors on this program.
He didn't say tap that ass. He said he rides that ass.
What rides that ass? Same thing. Tap, ride.
Well, it makes a difference because you wouldn't tap a mule.
I tap my bike.
You ride a mule.
Bike.
You ride a mule.
I tap
you ride
my
that
bicycle.
Yeah, you ride a mule. You ride that ass.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you now. Anne out of California thought it was funny.
And out of California, they won't let her back in.
And in California, she thought it was funny. Now I don't know which part she thought was funny because she just gave it the laugh emoji.
She gave it the laugh. I was going to say, are you watching it? Are you like Donald Trump? You could see the people.
See people through the television.
Remember Romper Room, ICGD?
Yes.
I see Matt. And that's all I see because that's the only fucking people on the screen. There's no fucking audience members on the screen. I'm now at
tell me today. All my friends at home have fun at play. I see Matt. I see Twyla. But it was funny. When I was in the second grade, there was a girl in my class named Twyla, and
I remember.
I was home from school sick, and I was watching Mr. Cool Fun School, and she was on the television, and I remember thinking, "That's Twyla. How'd she get on television?" And because first of all, I just assumed it was live. I never stopped to think that it was recorded, like maybe in the afternoon, because Mr. Cool's Fun School had nothing but kids in his classroom. And it never occurred to me that they shot that at night, when kids would be home from school, as opposed to them taking the day off from school and then, recording it live. But Mr. Cool's Fun School, there was the guy who played it was a guy named Stu Kerr, a local news anchor. But he played like 5 different parts on television for that station.
I wonder. But you know what? Let me see if I could share this. I probably can't.
Was it Mr. Cool's Fun School?
No, because you
Captain Chesapeake.
Yeah,
did y'all have a Captain Chesapeake?
Did I have what? Oh.
Okay, we used to have a thing called Captain Chesapeake. Oh, and there was also what was his name? Ghoul, Mr. Ghoul. Let's see. At midnight there was these 2 horror things, something Ghoul, and a guy that was kind of like a vampire. It was, I think, what was that woman's name?
Svengali.
Elvira was very popular at the time. So there was 2 Ghost Host. There was one show called Ghost Host, and it came on.
Oh yeah. Now, didn't you mention David Bowie earlier? Because it says David Bowie and Grace Slick, 1971.
That looks like Cher and Greg Allman.
That's who it is. It's Cher and Greg Allman. Now, it's Cher, Greg Allman, and a couple of nipple hiders. Or is that her real nipples? So it looks like, I don't know, nipple covers.
I think they're real.
They're real. So in 1971, you can't be walking around braless with a see-through chair. You're sharing your.
We don't know what that picture was taken for.
This is the question that I've been struggling with.
Why would you be with him?
I don't know why I even talk. Sometimes I hear myself talking and say, "Boy, we need another stupid drop right here. Drop stupid right there." Nipples. Why are nipples like the deciding point on like what you can show? Because you could show a man's nipples. The nipple is a nipple. But if we show a nipple, first it's titillating and it becomes pornographic if you show a woman's nipples. But Marky Mark has 5 nipples. We could show all 5 of them. Or what? Or 3.
Well, here's the funny thing to me. You can get a guy who has man boobs. And if you don't show the rest of the guy, just the guy's man boob, and let's say a small-chested woman, you probably can't tell them apart. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm saying if you just focus on that area, you could show one but not the other. How would they know which one you're showing?
And I'm also interested, maybe is the best way, why we respond that way. Because you could see like almost the whole tit and not the nipple, but it's like really important. Seeing the nipple just changes everything.
I think it's the male response to it. I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. It's just guys.
You don't think women? Don't women also? I mean,
no. I think no. Women can. I think women can admire other women's breasts without going into the
having
bathroom
to see the
and jacking
nipple
off.
Yeah. So this is that was Greg Allman and Cher. People are saying that Ginger Baker and Stevie Nicks, Chris Christopherson and Barbara Streisand, Tom Jones and Nicole Sturgeon. Why? I don't get the joke here. Do you get the joke? Nobody said like, give me who are these people? Wrong answers only. It was just like I'm just going to post a picture of Greg Allman and Cher and say it's David Bowie and Grace Slick. Now David Bowie is trending today. Do you know why? I don't know why.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, but he's been dead. He was dead yesterday. He wasn't trending yesterday. He'll be dead tomorrow.
But he probably has new music today. He didn't have any music yesterday.
Oh, he did the soundtrack for the new Steven Spielberg.
I have no idea.
Vietnam. This is a quote. Now, this is confusing me. It doesn't take much. Proving once again, it doesn't take much to confuse me. Vietnam represents the cornerstone of the free world. Who said that? Come on. Whose quote is that?
Oh, I was just Henry Kissinger. How the fuck would I know?
Bad. Not bad. John F. Kennedy, 1965. The cornerstone. It's like the missing piece of a fucking billion-piece jigsaw puzzle, maybe, but not the cornerstone. I think that's what he should have said. Vietnam represents the missing piece of a billion-piece jigsaw puzzle.
Maybe he meant cornerstone, like when you're buying, well, like when you build a building.
Wait, it's JFK 1965. I didn't even catch that part. JFK was,
ha.
Yeah, he was dead, a little bit dead in 1965. Not completely dead. It takes a long time, once your head gets blown off.
It was mostly dead.
Yeah. I don't know. I fell for that one. Why so did he even really say that? Or I don't know. Anyway, Julie Rowe was supposed to be our guest here today. She obviously is a no-show. Let me get rid of this Mind Dog thing. Stop sharing that screen. I want to show you, because you know how you've stolen my intellectual property with that song that you stole from me and are using without my permission.
Yeah.
She stole my image for her book. I just want to show this if I could. That's her book. Now this is a picture of me in my 20s. I don't know if you can see that really well, but Men of Action. She used that's a photo of me. She never consulted. Can I use your picture on my book? You don't care.
Maybe she thought nobody would recognize it or believe it.
Yeah, well, or believe it. That's probably it. This is a better picture. What does that say?
I hate men for free. Oh, I hate him for free.
I hate him for free. Oh, and that's a picture of Trump's face on the fucking
on
pig.
a pig.
Yeah, I'll hate him for free. Yeah, you don't have to, because at the time they were saying all these protest rallies, people were paid protesters. You don't have to pay me to fucking protest that fucking dick. I'm sorry. Is that too many fuckings for YouTube? Probably.
Now, so you're going to a protest this weekend? Is it a No Kings rally?
On Sunday. Well, what's the weather report? Because you know me. If it's too cold.
Yeah, if it challenges your sensibilities, you're not going to do it.
Sunday, it's supposed to be 30. Well, a high of 46. If it gets up to, but windy, 46 is nice enough. I think probably for me, right? I could go out Sunday, but covering it with I don't have a microphone that plugs into the phone that I could actually, take a whole production studio out there. That ain't happening. I have a portable little digital recorder, but then microphones, wires, could you? Oh, Trump's a dick. I could say. What are you gonna say? So maybe I'll just get some footage of it. Maybe they'll just be throwing rocks at ice, or ice at rocks, or something. Yeah. And what is this protest actually going to do? ICE doesn't care if you protest them, right? They're like, hey.
Yeah, actually, they do.
Last night I was watching Kyle Kalinske, a video, and it was some Benny Thompson was cross-examining, talking in Congress, talking to some admiral, and asked him if Donald Trump asks you to just bomb some country or even United States citizens. Oh, because there's this secret, I don't know if you know about it. I don't know. Secret hit list on American citizens that they want off, and this secret hit list got exposed somehow. Somebody leaked it. Probably that Sally, whatever her name is. But yes, the admiral. If Trump orders a hit on an American citizen, would you carry out that order? And the admiral, he didn't even. He said, "Yeah." If Trump orders me to kill people, American citizens, sure, I'm going to do it. He didn't say sure I'm going to do it, but his answer was affirmative. Yeah, I would consult with JAG, but then yes, I would do it.
Then if he consulted with JAG, then he wouldn't do it.
You would think JAG would tell
The
him.
JAG would say, "Don't do it," unless they've
Right.
replaced all of the JAG officers. The JAG officer.
Jag
I
off.
did that. I did that with
Yeah, I saw what you did there. A little Jag off.
The one of the most popular memes I ever did was about Lindsey Graham being a JAG officer, and I can't remember how I worded it, but
I think that was perfect, just like that.
And it was the first time I ever had anything go over like 10,000 likes. I never had anything go over 10,000 likes. And then it hit like 30,000 and then like 40,000. I said, oh my God. And so I started doing other stuff like it. And then and then maybe a week later or something hit like 10,000 or something. But that was the most popular thing I'd ever done, was the Lindsey Graham JAG officer bit meme.
Yeah. So yeah, a hit list on American citizens. I mean, this is what we're coming down to. And like, are we raising any red flags yet? And then you get this Russ White guy. Oh, Trump, baby, Trump. What about Biden? Whatever, dude. You know what? Go watch the I Love Trump's Dick fucking podcast. If you're gonna suck Trump's dick, this is not the place you want to do it.
Now like I said, Susie Wiles is causing something of a stink.
Don't you dare fucking quote me directly. How dare you quote me directly?
Well, it's funny, when I saw the comments, I looked at my wife and I said, she wants to get fired. She wants to get fired. And apparently she made those comments a long time ago. And she only expected to be doing the job for like 6 months. So by the time these comments came out, she really didn't expect to be in the office anymore.
Yeah.
She thought she'd be gone already.
I can't imagine like what the hell she was actually thinking because you know,
well, she started it before the inauguration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she had like 11 interviews with this reporter starting before the inauguration.
But she had to know that any one of those things would get her, like, when she dies, there'll be a really mean tweet about her. I wasn't a big fan of her. She had Trump derangements, but this is chief of staff. I mean, this is not just like some underling. This is his chief of staff.
Yeah. Not only that, but she was the most reputable person that he had on his campaign.
Why did she take the job if she felt obviously she knows like he's whatever abusive?
She probably needed to work. She probably needed to fucking work. I mean, because that's what she does. I mean, that's her thing. That's her brand. That's what she does. If she's not doing that, she's nobody.
She couldn't just write a book like they all do or something.
That's not. But writing, she's not an author. That's not her thing. She gets her value from politics, not from.
I don't think any of them are really authors, though. They hire like Gary up in Connecticut, Gary, who's a ghostwriter. I only found out after I interviewed like 3 or 4 authors. Gary, I can't remember Gary's last name. I had Gary on, and he, I wrote the book for so and so. Oh, the guest who was on your show. Oh,
you're supposed to be a ghostwriter. Ghostwriters don't talk.
Yeah, well, he did. He spilled the beans on 4 different people who I had on guests, and I was like, "Boy, they look bad now," because I was asking them questions about authorship and their writing process and all that stuff, and they were giving me answers. Turns out they didn't write a fucking single word. All they did was have phone calls with this guy, and very bad luck to go out there and spill the beans. Ghostwriters are not supposed to say they were ghostwriters, right? They're supposed to sign an NDA or something. Like, I didn't write that book, right? And you would think, yes or no?
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah.
All right. So tomorrow, Andrea we're gonna talk about political poems. I like Trump. He's a hump. I gotta take a dump by Henry Gibson. Oh, political poems. What? Venezuela. What rhymes with Venezuela?
Venezuela?
Yeah. Don't be a sailor leaving Venezuela, because we'll drop a bomb on your tailor. Right? By Henry Gibson. You always have to say by Henry Gibson when you do a poem like
The
that.
smells of summer aren't also sweet. There's mildew in showers and hot, tired feet. There's smells in the household from cellar to attic. Germs pop up everywhere. Sure gets dramatic. You can cover them up with the perfume you spray, but when Lysol spray smells, them smells go away.
So we don't even need Andrew to do one. You got it covered. The whole poetry thing. Did you ever sit and ponder?
And do what?
Did you ever sit and ponder as you walk along the stand? Now, first of all, you can't sit and walk at the same time unless you're Stephen Ortiz. Did you ever sit and ponder as you walk along the strand that life's a bitter battle at its best? And if you only knew it, it would lend a helping hand, and every man could meet the final test. The world is but a stage, my friend, and life is but a game. And life is but a game.
Okay.
I don't remember. That's where my memory drops right there. The world is but a stage, my friend, and life is but a game. And how you play is all that matters in the end. But whether man is right or wrong, the woman gets the blame, and your mother is your dog's best friend. That's the whole thing. Wow, I got it out. I don't know. I had that little hiccup in the middle there where I could, and then the dementia hall filled, and then yeah. Best burger ever, by the way, last night. Best burger I ever ate in my life.
Okay.
I was speaking of Swiss cheese because there was a Swiss cheese. It was a Swiss cheeseburger, not but that was the burger.
So there's no meat, just Swiss cheese? What kind of burger?
No, it was prime rib burger. I'm telling you, it was and fresh tomato and Swiss cheese on it. Best burger I mean, I was having a burgergasm eating it. It was just,
I had a turkey burger last night for dinner.
The turkey burger.
Yeah.
Ew.
No, it's actually very good for me.
Probably can't tell the difference between turkey and prime rib, right? Probably.
Who can't?
Me.
Well, I haven't had prime rib in a very long time. I haven't had beef for almost 40 years.
What's your beef with beef? You got a beef with beef?
It's not my beef with beef. It's beef's with me.
What does it do? It like is that what it does?
I'm assuming that there's some enzyme in beef in my body. The way the protein is arranged in beef and pork, for some reason, my body doesn't produce the enzymes to break it down sufficiently. So
you're a mad cow, is what you're saying. You're a mad cow.
It sits in my stomach. I get sick. I get fever, and then I vomit it up.
Oh, that sounds pleasant. So yeah. you are either you're a mad cow or you're mad at cows, or both. It's all a bunch of both.
Could I be indifferent to cows, and that's why my body can't digest it? I'm indifferent to cows.
All right, but there's no indifferent cow disease. There's mad cow disease. There's no indifferent cow disease.
We don't know that there isn't an indifferent cow disease. Just because people don't talk about it, it could be like very rare and so rare that people don't even talk about it.
I like it. I like my indifferent. Yeah, it could be rare, but I like my indifferent cow disease.
Until somebody dies, and then somebody dies to go like, this is the first death. This is the first case of the first death as a result of indifferent cow disease.
So to wrap things up here today, and I think it's time we wrap things up.
It's not like all the people that are dying from undisclosed disease.
That's a good point. It's a good point. Almost like a nipple that you don't see. And not only did I lie to you about MD Selig not being on the program today, apparently I lied to you about Julie Rowe not being on the program today. So I'm just a dirty, filthy, rotten liar. We have that. Oh, what's going on, Baldwin? Are you calling me about gigs? Because I think you are. I will answer that in 1 minute.
I have a question for you. Okay, there's a venue. I've talked to this guy several times, and they want, we talk ticket prices, and everything. And he says, and 3 times he says twice he said he'd call me the next day, and he didn't. I'm going to see him tonight. Do I be a dick? Or do I be, because I would like to get in that venue.
You're asking the king of dickiness. See, I would probably, and don't do what I do, but it's the good rule of thumb for everybody in any situation: don't do what
Matt would do.
Right, but I would probably say, you probably forgot you were supposed to call me, right? Something like that. I would
Twice.
word Hasana. Oh yes, it was about the gigs. I should have took that call because that's a whole year's worth of gigs that I can. I'm going to call her right back as soon as I tell people about what they should do. And you know what it is they should tomorrow. Andrew Ledoux, let's just poem out about politics. Russ White, you're not involved. You're not invited because you're just gonna. What about Biden, man? Biden is hiding. Right, that rhymes. Biden is hiding.
Sure. Although I don't think Biden does classical music, but
he's not a
Biden is hiding.
He's
you
not
say
Biden.
Biden is hiding, and sure, then somebody else is Bach.
Yeah.
Then
you know what?
Kamala Harris
Just because I say fuck Trump doesn't mean I love Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. I don't like Joe Biden. I never liked Joe Biden. There's that. So if the next time you say, oh, what about Joe Biden? Stick Joe Biden where the sun don't shine. That's all I'm saying. Fuck Joe Biden. Is that enough? He's still hiding. There's not a lot that rhymes with Biden. There's Biden hiding.
Riding
with Biden while he's hiding. Biden, whatever.
There was I did a parody long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible say. I did a parody a long time ago about
Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, not
right. It was it was called it was Werewolves of London. But it was will you vote for Joe Biden? Yeah.
Werewolves of London, would you
yeah, it was from Werewolves of London. It was basically Werewolves of London, but it was like, will you vote for Joe Biden? And it just does this whole thing.
All right, I know we're time to get off the air. You're already overtime. Fuck being overtime. What key now? Werewolves of London, chord to D, C, and G, right?
I think so.
Same as Sweet Home Alabama. Because people argue about this, and they're wrong. The people who will argue with me about this, and I know that I'm right about this because I know the basic of how you determine the key of a song. People will say, "What key is?" So again, Werewolves of London, same pattern as Sweet Home Alabama. What key is that song in?
I don't know the answer to that because I don't listen to Sweet Home Alabama.
Right. Well, but people argue about this, like literally, like they get, oh, it's in D. No, it's not in D. It starts on D. The song is just because the song starts on a chord,
right?
Doesn't mean that's what it is.
My former bass player, my friend Phil, he says if you listen to a song, you can tell. I can't remember how he worded it, but basically, he says you can hit one note, and you can tell what the key of songs is. You hit that note, and that note sounds good. I can't remember, but
yeah. But here's what he means, and I know what Phil means by this. It's not where it starts. It's not. First of all, the D, C, and G. It's typical 1, 4, 5, and G. But it's where the song resolves to. It's resolution.
Yes.
Sweet Home Alabama. Alabama is the resolution. That's on G. Werewolves of London. That's on G. It's in the key of G, not in the key of D. Every fucking time that conversation comes up, you see people, oh, but it's, and I play the solo in D. Well, you're playing it out of fucking key then. You're playing in the wrong key. You're playing pentatonic, and maybe you can get some of that to work halfway. It's in G. It resolves to G. It's in the fucking key of G. And you know how you can tell where it resolves to? By listening to the radio. Don't forget to listen to your radio. Turn on your radio, and we'll come back and do some more. What key is this song in? That's what we'll do all tomorrow when the guest doesn't show up tomorrow. How about that? You ready for that?
Sure. I was gonna put it. I was looking for my video of will you vote for Joe Biden. I don't know where.
But that would get us a copyright strike, even though it's not Werewolves of London. It's sort of Werewolves of London close enough, right? That it would get us a copyright strike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's close. Even though I'm playing all the parts, but yeah, it's
How do these fucking people get away with not getting copyright strikes when they're playing entire Beatle albums, and I can't even play like a parody of Werewolves of London?
Then I would have to pay you because I'm playing
you
it
still
here.
haven't paid me for stealing my Monster Mash, by the way. And you know what? You'll be hearing from my lawyers. You'll be getting a cease and desist.
I am your fucking lawyer. I'm going to hear from myself.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and plus, cease and desist. What really? Cease. Just cease. Anyway, that's the show for you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your What About Joe Biden? What about? And don't forget to turn on your radio. Bye for now.
listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen